Don't know what happened there. Good morning.
Botman!
Indeed, the Botman is back. Do you not think it's a bit strange?
Very strange.
Well, I mean, he's obviously ready, so I love it. I love to see him back. But I mean, welcome anyway to everybody that's watching. It's the Tottenham versus Newcastle build-up. We'll be obviously having a chat about the lineup and everything else. And obviously, as you've just heard from Win, the Botman is back. But obviously, we have to do our usual rigmarole. So again, welcome to all. And like I say, I am a little bit under the weather today, so apologies if I sound a bit bunged up, because I am. Typical man flu. But before you talk about me, excuse me, welcome to all that's watching across the platforms. Thanks to all the mods working in the background. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoy the show. It just helps us go further as a channel to other NUFC supporters. Subscribe. It's totally free. And if there's one gift you can give us for the new year, that's to hit that subscribe button and bang the bell, because obviously we upload lots of videos throughout the week, and as soon as we upload them, you will get a notification. You can, if you want, become a member. It just helps us grow as a channel. It's a small monthly fee, and that'll give you a chance to win prizes at the end of the month. We get giveaways right at the end of the month. But it also gives you behind-the-scenes content. There's lots of videos from all of our lads that just get involved. Some of that is just for members only, so you will get a chance to have a look at all of us having a bit of a go at this beautiful web page. And again, talking about web pages, don't forget we have got a web page that's updated as much as we can. NUFCtalk.tv. That's obviously it's totally ad free. So if you've got 5 minutes and you want to go and have a look at all the updated news, as much as we can get from reputable sources, then go and have a look on there. If you've got a question during our obviously build up, then put a Q in front of it. Not guaranteed to mention it, but if I find it relevant or Win finds it relevant, then obviously we will respond to it. But if you want to guarantee it, then you can always use the $sign. Follow the instructions, and that super chat will be read out. And anybody out there that wants to join us, like I say, all the new members that come up on the screen, you guys will be highlighted. And any generous members that are already with us, if you want a gift, then obviously those will be thanked as well as the new members that have been nicely involved. So anyway, enough about what all the crap behind the scenes. It is an interesting ploy, if you like, from Eddie Howe to bring Botman straight back in. But I was going to ask yourself in the chat, because obviously at this present moment in time, right now, this is how, because like I say, for those in viewerland that don't know, my other half, my better half, has been seriously unwell in hospital. So this morning, unlike a normal morning for me, has been obviously trying to source what's going on back there. So whatever I look at today, now, live with you guys, is going to be fresh to me. Now, I have put up on the chat, because it dropped in my email early this morning. Well, I say early this morning, at 11:15, the team lineup. So while I'm just setting up the team lineup on here, Win, what's your thoughts then on Botman? How do you think Kelly would feel now, right? Fit young player, to come into the side. Botman's been out for, nearly 12 months. So all of a sudden, you're now third down the pecking order.
Exactly. Happy New Year, everybody, by the way.
Happy New Year, exactly. Happy New Year.
I honestly, it's very un-Eddie-ish.
Yeah.
For a player to come back or to come in, whatever you want to call it, and be thrown straight in the deep end. It's nice to have the insurance of Kelly on the bench. We're still playing with two left footers, and from the lineups I've seen, I mean, obviously we don't know until they take the pitch. It would look as though Sven is going to right centre back.
Yeah. Do you think that's more of a gamble? Obviously,
exactly. So there's yet another added throw of the dice. But it doesn't really say a lot for random access. Thank you very, very much indeed. 5 memberships have gone to Villa Down Under. Welcome, presumably a Claret and Blues fan. Down in Australia, presumably. So,
Obviously.
it's a nice afternoon game for you, isn't it? George Nada, Michael Robson, Andrew Rogers, and Just Morg. Welcome all. You've been granted a membership, gifted a membership by Random Access. The lovely, lovely Random Access. Thank you very much, Random. So if you want to give them a nice thank you in the chat, that would be all well and good. Meanwhile, back at the ranch for this rodeo that is Newcastle United, Sven Botman back straight into the starting lineup. And what does it say about Eddie's faith in Lloyd Kelly?
Well, there's been a lot of people. I mean, us as fans, when we watch games, there's been a lot of people obviously shout out Kelly for poor performances, poor positioning, not really being up to, I suppose, Newcastle ready, if you like. And the one thing that always gets me when players come back is and don't get me wrong, we all know that Sven's had under 21 games, and he's had a couple of behind the scenes games as well. So the one thing Eddie Howe mentioned was him getting back to that positional sense. Now that gets to me as if, like, there's an air of caution to that, because when you're playing in your natural position, which is your left centre back, which would be Botman's natural position, playing in there, you have what they obviously, muscle memory. So you literally go into place and you'll start to feel where you should be on the field. Now, and forgive me if I'm wrong out there in Violand, I have never seen Botman play right centre back. So not only is he coming in to try and obviously get up to the speed of the game, he's also playing in an unnatural position. So there's a little bit more pressure on him. But obviously this is what they've been working on behind the scenes over these last few days. He's finding, instead of moving, and we mentioned this before, didn't we? To try and, put that Band-Aid over the wound, moving multiple players, we've looked all over the place. So what Eddie's done, he stuck to his guns, and he said, you know what? That is the position I need to fill. I'm not going to, the sensible thing for me would have moved Bruno over there and then just drop Botman back into what would be a natural position for him, less pressure. But he's not done that, Eddie. And that surprises me. And I think Eddie has realised going forward now that when we have moved players around to fill the void, we have looked way less of a team going forward, to the point where, we look totally unorganised and unbalanced. So I'm really happy with that. But I still think I have to err on caution, because he's going to be up against Son, who we all know would like to get in and behind. So it'll be a case of where he, according to PDK, he played for us as a right centre-back, Gary. Did he?
Well, according to the team news I've got, Son's not playing.
Right, well, there you go, you see.
So to the team I've got for...
it's Werner's coming, hasn't he, for him? Johnson.
Werner's come in the middle. They're playing 4-2-3-1, which is Austin Porro, Dragerson, Gray, Spence back four, Saw and Bergval double pivot in midfield, behind Kulishevsky on the right, Werner in the middle, and Johnson on the left, with Solanke up top.
See, that's a different lineup. I haven't got Kulishevsky's in the middle for me on this one. So anyway, it doesn't matter, because obviously I ain't really worried about the Spurs lineup, if you like. I was more interested in our lineup, because, like, obviously Botman coming in. I expected Botman coming in if Trippier was playing, because you've got the old head, you've got somebody who was going to be able just to instruct, and obviously
Marshall.
marshal around a player who's playing in a position. But like I say, according to PDK, he's played there for us. So I didn't realise that, and I apologise for being ignorant
Well,
on that
I'm
behalf.
trying to think when he has PDK. Can you remind me when Botman played right centre back?
And yeah, everybody's correcting me. Like I said, I haven't looked at any team news yet. I'm going to put it up on the screen in a second. And like I say, it'll be fresh for me and you. So, like I said, I like to react to information, and you get a true feeling from being dropped on your lap rather than.
I agree with what you were saying there about if you've got one position to fix that one position. Don't worry about trying to fix another
Multiple.
position in another position. So that seems sensible to me.
Yeah.
Also interesting. I've been looking at a few funny things. One of which is one Newcastle player. Now, and you can argue till the cows come home about SofaScore and the scoring system, but the one thing about, if you look at it, the one thing about it is it's consistent. They are consistently on the low side, you might say.
Yeah.
But that applies to everybody because they use the same metrics for every team, every player. Only one Newcastle player made it into the SofaScore Team of the Week in round 19 of the Prem. Who do you think that one player was?
Murphy.
No, not quite. But it was actually Dan Burn.
Dan Burn. Yeah. Well,
Isak didn't make the team.
Tonali
didn't make the team, but Burn did make the team. And that then took me onto the Premier League table of the year. Where have I got that? Somewhere. Team of the Week. And that's it there. The top teams. So this is, if you take the average score for every player in every game in the Prem so far this season, who do you think the team at the top of the table is, averaging 7.15?
Oh, we've got to be up there.
Well, here's the funny thing. Man City are top.
All right.
7.15. There's only 5 teams who bet at 7, which is City, Liverpool second, Arsenal third, Chelsea fourth, Tottenham Hotspur fifth at 7.01, and we are in 6th at 6.99. And very, very surprisingly, who do you think is, you've got the bottom 3 or the bottom 3, but who do you think is 4th and 5th bottom?
Yeah, I mean, you've blown me away with the top.
West Ham are 4th bottom, and Aston Villa are 5th bottom.
Aston Villa
6.85. Yeah.
Wow.
So they're not having a very good season at all based on those stats. However, what it means, of course, based on those stats, is that Tottenham Hotspur are playing better than we are. And I suppose that because they've scored that many more goals, and obviously the SofaScore feature very highly on open marks if players get a goal, so there'll be percentage-wise more marks for Tottenham than us because they've scored a lot more goals. But yeah,
right so then. I am going to try and attempt. Unfortunately, I can't go on to a share screen that's going to be easy for you guys to see this because Chris has left himself on the application or the other screen. So if I shared on the share screen, this gets even smaller because, like I say, Chris has left himself still logged on to the share screen. So what I'm going to do, and again, apologise because this is tiny. I'm going to move this across to there, and I'm going to see if I can bull it up a little bit more, because, like I say, even if you you look at what they've got here, and as you said, you know,
Can we do one team at a time there?
yeah. That's what I said. I mean, it's so tiny, it's unreal on your screen. I'm just waiting for it to come on my TV, because it really is, like I say, small for everybody to see. So apologies for that. Yeah, it is ridiculously tiny. I'm just having a look on my screen. But right then, so I'll let you do the lineup then, buddy, because obviously you've just shouted it out.
When we did the predictions and things, the preview show, everybody assumed Fraser Foster was going to be in goal.
Absolutely.
And he's injured as well.
Yeah. He's picked up a slight knock.
So we've got Austin coming in for his first game in
for his
first.
How long? Yeah. I mean, looking at a lot of the Spurs fans and everything else, what they were more worried about was the fact that they've got these two, this pairing with Gray and Dragusin in the middle, where they feel as though they're going to be undone. A lot of them were saying that, you know, these guys are okay players, but they seem to lose their positional sense to a degree. So it's going to be an interesting one with these lot. I mean, you know, you talk about us, and you were just talking about Tottenham being fifth in the team for their playing ability. Look how many of these are in green.
Yeah,
not many. Porro and Johnson. I mean, I'd love Johnson at Newcastle. I think he's a really good player. Don't think he's the Eddie Howe player because of his work rate, because he doesn't like to defend. But it's going to be interesting. So, who did you say was left back? Spectre?
Spence left back.
Yeah, so Spence is still left back on here. Archie Gray, obviously, left centre back. Dragusin right centre back.
Is a midfielder and a Ben.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're literally are decimated with injuries.
Yeah. Welcome to our world from last year, eh?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's nice to know that other players are having the same issues as us now. Obviously, you've got Pedro Porro at right back, and you know, for one thing, for me, as much as he's weak in defence, we have to be careful for him going forward, don't we? These two, especially, I think, are going to could cause us problems. But obviously, with Anthony Gordon and Lewis Hall, and obviously J7 on that left-hand side, I think there's plenty of cover to obviously block these two off. And, you know, when you look at it, you know, for me, I don't always look at a team and say, well, we've got to watch him. We have just played two half-decent teams. Aston Villa's a good team. Man United are struggling. We know that. But when you look at the way we took these guys off the park, again, littered with half-decent players, it's about the way we play. And I've said that in previous shows. We have to be the type of team now that go out there and individually move the coach's thought pattern away from where he is. Now, what do you think of the defensive, their two number sixes? Again, not two players that I'm aware of too much.
It's half decent kind of thing. Bergvall, I've seen very little of him, to be honest. But the two of them against our three warriors are honest. I'm thinking my 3-0 might be on the conservative side. Yeah. But we know what those football gods are like to come and kick you in the nuts.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's like I said. I mean, Tino Werner. I mean, down the left-hand side. I mean, again, you know, you look at strengths and weaknesses. He's very much, you know, he's got the pace, he's got everything else, but very much like our ASM at one point, isn't he? You know what I mean? Gets to all in the dangerous areas, but then seems to lose. Seems to lose his way a little bit down on that on the final product side of things. So very interesting with this setup. To be fair, I've just Oh, there you go. Let's throw that up on the screen.
Michael McIntyre, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Michael, as always. And he says, hi all. Toon will win 5-1. Toon.
Wow.
Love that. Absolutely love that. Can't fault you either, buddy. And like I say, Kulusevski and Solanke, I suppose you can say, yeah, I think Kulusevski is a good player. Would any of these get into our side?
Well, when we did the usual comparison, Porro got in, and surprisingly, Dragusin got in.
Okay.
Which surprised me, but that was because at the time we were comparing Dragusin with Kelly.
Yeah.
So on the basis that Kelly, you could argue, was an unknown quantity, Dragusin got in. So they were the only two that made it. And I think that says it all. I think it's weird that Maddison's on the bench.
I was expecting Maddison to play out on the left-hand side for this one, if I'm honest with you. I think they needed a little bit more creativity in the park. So I thought that you would have virtually, I say, the only team that they could pick from, I suppose, in the majority of places. But Tino Werner and having Maddison on the bench doesn't make sense to me. If you'd have thrown him out there, yes, he's more of, and don't get me wrong, he played there for Leicester and he played there really well at times, instead of Barnes. And he went from the number 10 position and moved out onto the left hand side, and created a hell of a lot for Leicester when he played out there. So I was very surprised, having bought this up, and like I say, it's the first time I've seen it. So is that Ange taking a gamble on pace against Livramento and Botman? I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether he's got that right, if I'm honest. But what does surprise me, and we talk about this quite openly, is the way SofaScore score the players. With Dan Burn and Tonali still being in yellow, it astounds me, if I'm honest, because Dan Burn to me is one of our best players. One of our best players this season for me. Louis Hall, absolutely, and Tonali's growing. But again, when he plays in this fluid system, does everything right. You know what I mean? Without being sometimes he's not the shining star. I thought Bruno had a really good game.
At Old Trafford.
At Old Trafford, I thought Bruno ran the show in the middle of the park. I thought J7 had a really good game. Tonali did the work. Tonali was the one who did all the running, and played the simple stuff. And like I said, I've seen a totally different player in Tonali in this squad now. And I've also seen a difference in Bruno. For me, Bruno has had that leash of life, if you like. I think he was going a little bit stale in the six, and he was trying to do too much when the team around him wasn't performing. So Botman now, Bruno now having that freedom in more of an 8 position. And again, I say that.
But you know something, Gary? My only worry with Bruno now is that in the last 3 games now, he's been in and around the box in very good scoring positions. Very good scoring positions. And he's only finished his dinner once.
Yeah.
I think Bruno could have had easily 6 goals in the last 3 matches.
Well, it's like I said, I'm going to answer that question, or your doubt. You have to be in positions to score. Now, when you're not a natural goal scorer, and like I say, goal scoring is what I class as the hardest thing, and that's why they're worth so much money. So if you are creating and you're getting into positions, again, I keep talking about percentages. You keep doing it, percentages change. You know what I mean? You get more confident in front of goal. You don't snatch at balls. I still think there's an element of our players, and again, it's about, not natural goal scorers that snatch at opportunities rather than the likes of Isak seems to just grace the opportunity. But again, if you think of how many Isak could have had, and the amount of goals that he's missed that have probably been a lot easier than he scored. So,
well, I've been seeing, excuse me, I've been saying this all season, of course, that a lot of those results were false results for me, because if we'd done our job properly, they would have been completely different. I'm just going into the prediction league.
Yeah.
Because
Is there anybody?
I did notice Jonathan Shaw's just changed his prediction.
Okay.
From 4-2 to 5-1.
Wow. That's amazing.
And I did see Hells's somewhere. Where did I see that? Was it in the prediction lead? Let me just have a quick look, because this needs to be brought up to date. PDQ. Hells's are Spurs 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Let me just put that in.
Excellent.
1, 2, sitting fourth in the league. Is Hell's Sean? Hell's
sitting fourth, eh?
3-1.
I've got pressure. I've got pressure on me. Did he say 3-1?
3-1. Same as you.
They're all copying me now.
Yeah.
See, I've looked at this score and this team, and I'm looking at where they're going to get goals. And I think I may have to change, because I've got far too many people copying me.
You better do it quickly then.
I tell you what, I'm gonna stick my neck out and I'm gonna go 4-0.
Oh, yeah, we'll go then.
I'm gonna stick my neck out. It's a happy new year. 4-0 for me. Let's do it. I mean, I can't see. I'll probably fall on that sword now. I'm going to move. Probably ruin what I've just said there, because I cannot see. And this is what I was saying about Man United when I looked at the Man United game, and I put them down as a 3-1, and it was literally when I was looking at the team, I'm thinking, where are the goals? Bruno Fernandez out. Fernandez is out, sorry. And you start looking at it and you start saying, where are the goals? And that's exactly where I am with this team. Kulusevski's a threat. We know Pedro Porro.
Definitely.
They have got threats around the park. I understand that. But the way we are playing, are we going to allow them, to take control of the game? And I don't think they are. And if they play the high line, the Ange style of play, I think they're in for a rude awakening here today. With the pace that we have up front. So the only player that I can see being of any issue, to be fair, is potentially Solanke. Are we going to allow Solanke the type of space that he's not really quick in behind, so we shouldn't really be worried about that. Tino against Werner, when you look at the crossovers there, I don't think Spencer at left back is going to do anywhere near the work that like the likes of Louis Saul does on our left-hand side with the overlapping. You may get that with Porro, and I think that's how Ange usually tilts. He usually has Porro as the free fullback going forward with Johnson, and they try and create down there. So, I mean, Louis Saul will have to be on his toes, but there's enough on that on that left-hand side for us that I think shouldn't cause us much of a problem at all. So, let's just finish off our side then, because like I say, there's not a lot of difference, if I'm honest, in what we've got. So like I say, Botman's come in for direct like for like, if you like, for Shaw. Tino Livramento's come in at right back for Trippier. Now, I believe that's tactical. I think Trippier will start against Arsenal, because I think you want your experienced players against Arsenal on Tuesday. So I think he's brought Livramento in for that. And again, that pace to push on and give us the legs. Same midfield, Bruno, Tonali and Joe Linton, all working extremely well with his fluid system. I think it's brilliant. And the same three at the top, who, again, it's all balanced. It's taken us a while to get to this level now where the team seems to all interlink with each other. There doesn't seem to be many weaknesses in this side, if any, even on the point where we were getting so let down with the ball over the top, where we were too high press. And I'd seen in the comments that it looks like, we are, or they're expecting to do the high press. I don't think they are. I don't think that's the case whatsoever. Hold on, you have to see that you've knackered it up, Win.
What have I done?
Oh, you'd taken me off, and because I'm sharing it, it just leaves that gap on the side.
Right.
So anyway, it's fixed. So there you go. So again, very interesting setup, very interesting lineup. Very poor team for Spurs, if I'm honest with you. And I couldn't understand why, while I was at the hospital, I was just looking at some of while the missus was sleeping, I was listening to some of their podcasts and social media stuff, and they are all, well, I would say all. A lot of people are starting to see Ange as a problem. I'm not going to say they want him sacked. Don't get me wrong, we've done this ourselves with Eddie. You know what I mean? We've had this with Eddie, haven't we? Where, a few bad results and all of a sudden it's manager out. So, there's a lot of fans out there now questioning whether Ange is the man that's going to get them anything. And like I say, it's as much as you know what got me though was Ange's his interview. When he turned around and said, "Wasn't it entertaining?" They just lost the game. Fans want entertainment, so sometimes you have to fall on the sword type of situation if you want to entertain. Fans just want results. I mean, at the end of the day, they want to win something. It's lovely. I mean, we harp on the entertainers. They were called the entertainers, but we didn't win nothing. And we still think of, what could have happened if we wasn't so, I don't mind them scoring 3 if we score 4 type of attitude. You don't win anything with that because some games just go against you, and that's exactly how Ange Postecoglou is at the moment. So, anyway, any comments?
The king of Qatar is listening to you. Obviously, he's just changed his score from a 2-2 draw to 0-3 the tune.
Yeah. Well, I've pushed the boundaries a little bit more than that because I like I say, I think the way we're playing. I think that can only be a positive thing. So just looking at the time, we've got 22 minutes before kickoff. So is there anything in the chat that we need to highlight?
I've highlighted a couple. Can you do that while I'm just...
While you're doing your thing, that's what I was saying. Let's have a look at the guys that have been starred. Niall, Stephen, I still ain't 100% with Eddie. I need to see him be proactive in game with things are not going well before we go behind. Then I can decide. So again, this is what we were saying before. There's still a lot of even our fans that still aren't particularly 100% behind Eddie yet. And
I thought Niall had always been on my side, and he says he's still not 100%.
And that just goes to I suppose to show that even as good as we've been over the last few games, because history speaks for itself to a degree. When Eddie needs to learn about managing a game and putting a game to bed, if you like, and that's something that he's struggled to do in recent weeks, and I understand that. But I can't fault what Eddie's done. Stephen Harker has put down, like Wynne says, if they give him a right centre-back and a right winger and he finishes top 5, he will stay. Otherwise, with PSR done, this will change the elite manager big name and give him 250 to spend. Stephen, I think you're obviously talking...
well, it's what I was saying about if we don't spend big in this window, that to me is saying that they've lost faith in Eddie.
No, I disagree with that. If I'm honest, again, we have to look at what's there to spend, and I'm not saying we haven't got money, but because of our commercial business not being to the point of the big 6, you can only spend what you're allowed to regarding the PSR. So I think there will be some movement, but I don't think it'll be a massive amount of money going out there because you know, and you know what? I'm just going to hit while we've got 5 minutes and hit on what you were saying about the stack. Did you see the quote that what the stack have bought in?
No.
To the club. They've bought in crazy amounts. Well, I say crazy amounts of money. You know, you think of it being just a £3,000. It's been absolutely rammed all over the holiday period, and it's bought in something like £15 million
Yeah,
to the club.
This gets back to what I was saying. The club have suddenly seen how much money 3,000 people can generate, which is currently more than they're taking with the 52,000. I'm not talking about the ticket prices. I'm talking about how much they spend in the stadium.
Yeah, absolutely.
And 3,000 people are outspending 52,000 people. And obviously they look at that quite rightly and say, we've got to change this.
Yeah.
And that to me again just screams out of town stadium with fan parks outside, fan zones outside, and modern catering facilities inside the stadium to drag them in early. Because I think that the club are missing a trick by not. If I could, for example, get to the stadium early and do me pre-match drinking there and watch, proper footage, which the club have got, obviously, of all previous games, have maybe a couple of ex-players spouting on a bit about the upcoming game and etc., etc., etc. That, to me, is a far better scenario, and I'd willingly spend the money as opposed to, going to Aspers like we do and watching Sky Sports on the telly and discussing what they are saying. So, they must realise they're missing a trick, getting sort of 15 minutes pre-match sales and, 15 minutes at half time and that's it. And then everybody goes home.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they don't go home. That's the point. They go elsewhere and spend that money in the stack. They're not there for an hour and a half. They're there for 5-6 hours. So they're definitely missing a trick. But it's great to know that they're bringing that much money, and I hadn't seen those figures.
Well, I'm sure it was around the 15 million mark. I mean, again, I might be shooting myself in the leg here, but and again, that's not that's an external source from the club, so I don't know how true those figures were. But again, it was amazing to see a beer Viking. Postacoglu is a bit of a penguin. Ah, dear. It is crazy to think that when you, like you said before, if we can just control what comes into the club regarding, local businesses, and don't forget, we've got the stack that's opened up in the town centre as well, not the one just in front of the club, the one round the corner, which is obviously not long. I don't think that's been open as long as the one in front of the ground. It's crazy to think the amount of revenue that you could get from that. I'm just
if you take that, if you just do the basic sums, if you're saying, because it's roughly 3,000 people a stack holds, and you're saying 15 million.
That's what I saw. I don't know how true it is.
So that's 5 million, £5,000 per head.
Per head, yeah.
Over, let's say, 30 days. Over let's say call it December. So 5. You say it's not a lot, really. It's well, it is, I suppose. It's it's 150 quid a nut for everybody that's going in there. So those figures seem a bit extreme to me.
The way I look at it, though, it's 15 million we didn't have.
Absolutely,
and that's the way I look at it. Lloyd Kelly must be sick, says Shane. Absolutely. I think, like I say, when you've been in the squad and then you see a lad who's just coming back from injury, it's been out for nearly 12 months, then yeah, you are going to be sick, or definitely feel that way. Trolls, thank you ever so much for your kind comments, matey, about my other half. Very kind of you. Too kind phrase. Perfect to put Botman in from the start. Sonny's pacey. Well, obviously he didn't realise the team lineup before that come on, and like I say, it looks to me as if they're trying Werner as the pacey one. But again, I don't think Werner's got the skill set as Son. But obviously, Angie's is working on something maybe we're unaware of. Perfect fall for Kelly's pace. So Matt says, hi, everyone. Botman is way better than Kelly, to be fair. I agree, Trolls, he is. Shane says, God bless Gary and Mrs. Thoughts and prayers. Thanks, Shane. Again, much appreciated, buddy. Where are you? Look at that keeper in defence. Got to win this, says Mats. Well, this is what I'm saying. I mean, you look at how bedraggled this team is. You know, not really being together long either. So cohesion's not going to be massive on their part. I think if we can just give us, again, we have to adopt the same mentality as we did against Man U, against Aston Villa. Don't give them a sniff. Get the crowd quiet, because obviously they're at home. And once we start controlling the game, I think it's only a matter of time before things happen.
And before the crowd turn.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Quite a few of the Spurs commentators are saying, if Newcastle get, and we've been very adept, by the way, lately, of getting an early goal in the first 5 minutes. And he says if Newcastle get an early goal, the crowd will turn very nasty.
Yeah, there's I watched this morning, like I say, briefly in the background while I was obviously sorting the misses out and everything else. There was pundits still saying about, two left footers. Is that going to be a weakness? Now, we constantly see two right-footed centre backs. Very, very rare do you see a left footer and a right-footed centre back play in the same team. And we are probably blessed to have as many left footers as we got in our side. Probably we're overburdened with left footers and not enough right footers, if I'm honest. But it is strange what people say about having these two left footers play together. I don't really think it matters as long as you've got the positional sense. And to be fair, if they come inside, if they're playing on the inside left position, attacking you and they want to come inside, you're actually defending on your strongest foot. So you're not off balance at all. So for me, it could be an absolute godsend to block off the inside channel with Botman playing there.
I am a very firm advocate of right footers playing on the right. And all this,
I know you are.
All this inverted nonsense is foreign to me. I'm just old, I suppose.
You're not, because like I say, that's what we grew up with, isn't it? There was very few left footers, and like I say, I wasn't much cop, but because I was naturally left footed, I could get into a side. So I suppose that was all right. But I mean, you look at it, and I still say, when you've got players now, the likes of Gordon, we all know what Anthony Gordon wants to do. Shape inside, same as Harvey Barnes, use his right foot and try and get the ball into the back stick. If you're coming naturally onto your good, strong foot, chances are you're going to be restricted. So I'm wondering whether that's the reasons why Maddison, I don't know, isn't playing on the left-hand side, because he's gone with Tino, Werner, to try and get behind Livramento rather than cut inside, which is what Maddison would have done. So maybe there is some tactical nuance going on there. So we've got 10 minutes before kick-off. I'm really excited about this one. And again, I do apologise for my sounding like I need tunes.
Tunes help you breathe more easily.
Yeah, exactly. And there is other lozenges out there that obviously I'm not sponsored by them. Villa Down Under hasn't returned since he said between Duran and Shaw he is only one winner. Says Beer. It's about levels, and Kelly is no Botman. He's trained 6 weeks and had 3 games, 2 behind closed doors, and he's fit and ready. And I feel more sorry for Big Dan Burn because he won't be playing soon. I don't know, I really don't know, Steve. The way Dan Burn, and you heard that from Eddie in the presser, he has been one of the top performers in the Premier League, if you go on stats. So does that mean if Botman comes back today and plays well, is it Shaw's that's going to be more at risk?
Well, potentially. Let's see what
happens.
See if Botman's got anything going forward.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's
always been my criticism of.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Away from home, though, I think that there's a thing here. We know that Shaw likes to commit himself into the final third. Botman and Burn does sometimes, but not all the time.
Burn has become more and more swashbuckling. The last few games, he's quite regularly in their half.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what I'm saying. You look at it and you start thinking, where are you going? And you're just hoping somebody's seen that and starts to cover. But again, today we have got that balance, I think, where knowing that two centre halves aren't committing forward. We know that Tonali likes to sit in the hole between the two. For me, the one thing that we lose with Botman compared to Shed is we obviously aren't going to have the 60-yard passes to the wide players. But sometimes, like I keep saying, it's about percentages for me. We've got really quality players in the middle of the park that can do that job for us. So for me, it's about playing it simple, playing it along the floor, giving it to the players that can do this predominantly on a higher percentage rather than gamble. So for me, it's a case of just playing what's in front of you. Clear your lines when you need to. Win that second ball, and if we can continue to win that second ball, which has been definitely our motto over the last 4 games, we have dominated that midfield. And I think if we can continue to do that, I can't see them touching us, because they will have to change the way they play if whatever Ange's set up.
Just out of interest, have we got the private match on?
No.
Well, I need to get my telly set up.
Yeah, get your telly set up, matey, because like I say, I don't know where Chris is, but I haven't seen anything set up on the private match screen. So I'm just going to check. No, it's still nothing there. So I'll leave it on screen. So again, I have got my television below me, guys. So again, apologies if you see me looking down because my screen is below me. But it's going to be interesting to see, like I say, how Ange gets involved with this. And like I say, if he continues, because sometimes he seems very much as though, like Eddie, he's stuck in a rut. He's stuck in his way. And he'll put a team out there, and it doesn't matter what's happening on the side. And we've seen that when they've been, being beaten 4, he won't change anything. And, that's what a lot of their players are literally looking at now and saying, we've got to have somebody who can change things. We can't afford to keep playing this high press, knowing that we're going to get beat in and behind a lot of the time. So it's going to be an interesting one. Burn has nothing going forward. Question: no money on hat tricks this week, Win. So Win will be with us again in a second, I'm sure. He hasn't mentioned anything regarding putting a bet on. Jonathan Shaw, nothing worries me about the Spurs team today. We need to test their keeper early, and when we get the first goal, the natives will get restless and our midfield will control the game. And mate, I think you're absolutely spot on. I think that is the one thing that for me is going to be the element of today, is controlling that game. So the midfield, I can only say, Tiger Studios. Win can't wait to debate. What's that? WITB? You again? Oh, what's he saying there in abbreviations? You again after the game? Okay. because obviously Tiger loves to come in at the end of the game and throw his penny in, and him and Win have you're muted, Win.
It's just a misspelling of with, I think. Win can't wait to debate with you again after the game.
Right, there you go.
Come on. Uh-huh.
I thought that was some secret code that you two have, these secret handshakes. So Thomas Tuchel is in the crowd today at the Spurs.
Which we've been aware of for a while now.
Yeah.
That news came out, I think, on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Tuesday, something like that. Yeah, exactly.
But in fact, Eddie was asked about it, wasn't he, in the presser? He says it will not make any difference to my team.
No, but it should make a difference to the lads potentially in line for a call-up. And I think,
I wonder if that could have influenced Eddie's decision to start Tino over Trips.
No, I think it's more tactical for Tuesday.
Because the reason I'm saying that is because technically for me, especially in the light of the Botman return, as we said earlier on, it would have made more sense for me to have Trips' experience and marshalling abilities there, as opposed to Tino. But did he maybe think that would be a bit of a snub for Tino if Tino wasn't there when Tuchel was there?
Have you got Ron's? He's got 3-1 here, 2-win to Ron Turnbull. Ron Turnbull.
Oh,
my draw prediction. Thanks, Ron. The lads have just come onto the field of play. So again, guys, I'm probably running a couple of minutes, probably 90 seconds, I should say.
Sorry,
what
did Ron say?
3-1.
So he's gone from 1.
Their stadium looks amazing, although I don't understand the stands being curved downwards, losing hundreds of thousands of seating. Yeah, it's a strange one, I must admit. Room
for growth.
But do they need it now? That's how I look at it. Architecturally, I mean, the stands on the right-hand side, as I look at the screen, all marry the edge. So I don't know. I don't know, if I'm honest. But just going on from what we were saying, just looking.
You're on TNT, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've got the lineups on screen right now.
Yeah.
Tottenham lineup.
So obviously, exactly what we said before. There's no change with anything that's changed. But the only thing that they've done now, they've gone 4-3-3.
4-3-3, haven't they?
Personnel have gone exactly the same. So what they've got now is Bergville, Sarr, and Kulusevski in the middle as a flat 3. But again, that's obviously to muscle with our boys, and they need Kulusevski in there because he is one of them.
And I like Kulusevski. He's one of the very few players they've got that I would take.
Yeah. So the only thing we didn't really look at is the subs for Newcastle: Vlachodimos, Trips, Barnes, Asula, Miggy, Kelly, Willock, Longstaff, and Miley. He's on the bench. So again, lots of changes potentially.
By the way, I would like to see that. Let's say we go 3-0 up with 20-25 minutes to go. Let's see what Asula can do. Yeah,
well, you've also got to think, mate, we've got a really big game coming up on Tuesday. And I think it is going to be controlling of minutes today, if I'm honest. Again, depending on the results, because, as much as we want to go for the silverware.
Everybody is so confident today.
It's phenomenal, isn't it?
I just, that old win inside me is just saying, there's always, the football gods are always there to waiting to bite you on the backside. And I just hope that super confidence. Well, I would like the super confidence to transmit itself to the players, but not lethargy and I don't know, overconfidence.
Yeah. Well, let's just see. I mean, like I say, I think that's the beauty of being in this position now. It's very rare we get overconfident. It's just a case of, you're always questioning what Newcastle team's going to be coming out, but we seem to have turned a corner. So let's just see. Right then, we're on the verge of starting. So anybody in the chat, please, like I say, we're probably a little bit delayed behind you. Try and keep it to yourselves until we have a celebration with you. Just doesn't spoil it for anybody else. And Tottenham are kicking right to left as we look at the screen.
And he looks at his watch.
And we're away. So they've gone straight away to try and get into Werner. So just literally trying to obviously keep hold of the ball, but that's an awful pass. It goes straight out of play, and it's a Newcastle throw in halfway in their own half, to be fair. So Tino with the ball throws it into Murphy, back to Tino. Tino just obviously trying to get muscle out, but he runs to 2 or 3 players. It falls to J7, who gives it straight to Lewis Hall, up to looks like Tino has had a bit of a bang there, to be fair. He's rolling round in lots of pain into his stomach there, into his chest area. So, straight into his solar plexus. So he's probably knocked the wind out of him to a degree.
Right, Gary, I'm on 44 seconds now.
I'm on a minute on mine. So, Tino gone down on you?
Yeah, it's just gone down there now. Can you pause it wherever you
I can't, unfortunately.
Oh, right.
I can't pause this one.
Okay.
So we literally just... The physio's just on and obviously trying to just win. If you turn yours off and refresh it, you might come up to speed, buddy. Just while we've got a delay in the game. So just on the screen, he's Botman. He doesn't look as though he's been away, to be fair. Still looks really good. Tino's back on his feet now. You know, it's funny, Spurs have only won 1 in 7 and haven't set the world alight at home, have they, at all? So Botman with an early touch. Murphy goes long, tries to pick out to J7. Intercepted by Tottenham. And again, the quick early ball from Sarr down to Werner. Werner into Kulusevski, and Botman gets his first tackle in. So the set piece is worrying me, if I'm honest. I think this is where we have to be switched on. Tino Werner with the in-swinger. They've gone short, but it's been intercepted by Anthony Gordon, but unfortunately he hasn't been able to pick up, and Archie Gray has literally just, Spencer I should say, has just intercepted the ball. It's gone all the way back to Austin. And we've got a little bit of a breakaway now down the right-hand side. It's J7 trying to track back. It goes out to Johnson. Early ball into the box. Solanke's got a header on it. 1-0. Fucking Nora.
Yeah, I was there.
Well, really nice football from Tottenham, to be fair. And it's just an early cross, and it just seems as though Solanke, with a bit of a tussle, just throws himself low with his head, and it just guides it into the far corner. Well, in the 4th minute, I said I didn't know where goals were coming. I did say I got a chance of falling on the sword here. But again, this was just really good play from Spurs. Johnson just literally threw it back, and it was just aimed into the 6-yard box, on the edge of the 6-yard box
Botman
from Porro.
Do better.
Yeah, he should have done a lot better there, to be fair.
Wow.
It just gets around the back of Botman. And again, this is what I was saying about positioning. Botman may have literally just been a little bit on the slow side there.
Right, well, I'm on 4-4-5 now.
You're a little bit in front of me now, I told you. So anyway, let's crack on. So Newcastle obviously started. J7 in the middle of the park. J7 goes out to Anthony Gordon. Hall goes on the outside. Straight away, Newcastle try and get in and behind and try and get involved. And Austin punches clear, and the ball's gone out now for a corner kick. So we've got a corner kick now to Newcastle. Ball comes into the box, straight into Austin's hands, and now all of a sudden he's just, calming everything down, taking his time. He's obviously very motivated now. Austin tries to play a ball inside, but little Berger it's fallen through to Anthony Gordon. He shoots at the back post. Yes, Anthony Gordon.
Come on!
I mean, that was a mistake, to be fair, but what a great way of getting back. Superb that was. Come on.
Easy, lemon squeezy.
He shot with his left foot as well.
1, 2, 3.
Bergvall tries. It's a pass that wasn't clear.
Oh
yeah,
hello.
I'm sorry. I don't think that is handball. It's
potential handball.
But he has knocked the ball forward, to be fair. But there ain't a lot he can do about it. It's crazy
finish.
To see. Great finish with his left foot, to be fair, across the keeper and into the far post. Superb finish. Oh, I think he's disallowed it, mate, for the handball.
I'm still waiting.
He's giving it. He's giving it.
Come on.
Yes. There was questioning because he hit his hand and went forward.
Yeah.
They're now Kulusevski's having a go with the referee. Come on.
I was just about.
But his hand wasn't anywhere away from his body. There's nothing he could do. The ball was so close to him when it deflected off him. There ain't a lot he can do with that situation. Come on.
That's a deflection, definitely.
7 minutes, and we've had two England players, obviously scoring goals. So there you go, Thomas. Have something to think about there, buddy. And again, really good finishes, to be fair. So here we go, back in line, and it's a bit of a tussle in the middle of the park.
Yeah, one pinball.
Yeah. So goes all the way back to Dragusin. Oh, there was a bit of a challenge on Porro there, but it comes through to Johnson. Kulusevski now on the right-hand side has come back into side to Bergvall. Oh, he lost that out to Spence. Oh, Porro now has gone down, saying that he's hurt.
Dead leg.
He's got a dead leg. Oh, Ange Postecoglou is swinging his arms at everybody, saying, "What are you doing?" So I think there was a definite coming together between J7 and Porro. Just catches down the side of his thigh with his knee. It wasn't on purpose, to be fair.
It was knee to back a knee, really.
Yeah. It wasn't. He wasn't malicious.
It wasn't intentional. It was
no. It's just momentum.
Oh, hello.
And Chris has just put up the other screen. Thanks, Chris, with all the bits on. So he must be wide awake with us. It's a really early start for Chris over there in America.
So, can you do that then?
Have you
do what I did last time?
Well, Chris has got the match on there, so he could probably go on.
That's what I'm thinking. No, you don't want to go into that one. All right, sorry, putting the line up. So, let him work his magic.
So I'm just literally going to try and sort this out. We're going to try and enlarge everything because obviously in America they've got it a little bit closer to the proper score. Oh well, the right timeline. So Tottenham have just got the ball on the halfway line. Bergvall, Dragusin then just clears the ball forward. Botman with a header. Dan Burnwood. I mean, it literally just goes on to. There's a hell of a tussle in the middle of the park. To be fair, there's no space whatsoever, and Johnson now running forward with a ball. There's a bit of a space there with Solanke comes onto the ball. Oh, crikey! I thought there was going to chance for a great block from Botman by the looks of. Oh, crikey! I'll tell you something now. I'm starting to question Botman already. Great block there from Botman, but he does look a little bit slow, a little bit sluggish to react to certain things. And obviously, people will always say that he could have done better for the goal, but you know he did anticipate the ball going forward. Didn't quite get there, so it's going to be an interesting watch. That Hall plays it across to Tina again. Lots of press, high press from Spurs. Exactly what we anticipated. Oh, I've got myself talking to myself in my ears now.
Yeah, I can hear you as well. Echo.
Yeah. Oh, Chris has sorted it. Well done, buddy. Bergvall now. Porro. Just literally, Austin's playing a bit of a dodgy game there, and he literally nutmegs Isak to get the ball clear. But he's playing a dodgy game there. Oh, Botman, a bit too close to Hall, but they managed to get themselves sorted. Tino still doesn't look. The referee stopped the play, that's why. So Tino was haunched over there, and the game was still going on. And I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah. Good morning, lads.
The American mag is with us.
I totally bottled it, man. Sorry, I apologize. I just I fell asleep through.
That's all right, buddy. We sorted it.
I know. I'm glad you guys took care of it, but you know,
it is what it is.
I woke up at 3 a.m. and then just did the dreadful, put my head back down.
I'll have 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Fuck me, man. Oh my God, I woke up literally as a kickoff. So I wasn't watching the game, but just been trying to sort it in the background.
Yeah.
So now I got the match going. So
yeah, good. Because like I say, you are about a minute in front of me, so it makes it so much.
If I click on this at the scene, will it not run the full?
You shouldn't add nothing. You should just click on private match, and it should be going.
So anyway, we. Tottenham are trying to muscle us in the middle of the park, to be fair. They've high press, trying to give us no space and no time. And they are, at the minute, potentially picking up the loose balls. No quality. And they're just driving and running into space. But again, the early ball into the box has gifted them the goal. So, again, it's that high press, no time on the ball. Again, another mistake made there by Gordon. He's kicked the ball out of play. So throw into Tottenham, deep into their half.
I'll tell you what a start.
Yeah, amazing start. Crazy start.
I was trying to get the lineups right, and I saw Tottenham's goal, and I was like, fuck me already. No, this is not good. And we answered real quick. But I'll be honest, I was surprised when they didn't disallow the goal, because the hand. I mean, I know it wasn't a handball per se, but it did lead to a goal, which that's the rule, I guess, that they have.
Yeah, it's knocking the ball forward, isn't it? That's what I said. Yeah. It was totally unintentional, to be fair.
Which they allowed it this time, so I don't understand what the hell has happened here.
A bit of a clash of bodies by the looks of it. There,
Bruno's with the yellow there, I think.
I think it was J7.
J7, sorry, yeah.
But again, it's these little things, isn't it? In a game like this, you know, it's crikey, what happened there to Porro? Threw the ball in, and it was a foul throw. Oh, and then again, because of everything's being spoiled by the way they are playing. It's so erratic. They are committing themselves into every challenge. The boys have just got to try and, you know, like I say, dictate the play and get in behind them. And once the crowd starts booing, heads start dropping, and so we've got to make the most of these. This is a good position for this free kick out on the left-hand side. Not sure whether it's going to be an in-swinger or an out-swinger.
Or a
Come
shot.
on, Sven. Well, I think it's a bit too far for a shot, to be fair. A bit too wide.
Eddie Howe breaking the Eddie Howe rules, putting Botman back. Surprised me.
Yeah. Well, he surprised me to a degree, but he's obviously trusting Botman more than Kelly to play right centre back.
I think Gordon might have a shot here,
Nah. You can shoot from anywhere you want, but
I mean, there's a big window, but I think that's the option.
Get up there. So Vicario's back, isn't he?
No.
Oh, I thought I saw Vicario. Never.
No, Austin's in goal.
Austin's in goal.
Not even Foster.
We didn't have him.
No.
Oh, Tino, man.
Yeah. Just lost. His head looked up to obviously have a look at who was available.
He's been invisible.
Well, I don't think it's invisible. I think it's the fact that it's so hustle and bustle. You've not been able to control the game yet. And that's what I said. You've got to see the first 15, 20 minutes out and just slow the game down. They're not going to be like this for the entire game. That's poor by Tino twice there, to be fair. Gave the ball away again.
Come on, man.
Solanke
there we go. Bring him down. Somebody did. Yeah. Somebody had to.
Burns going to get a yellow card there. Yeah.
Somebody was, and Burn is looking at his teammates like, come on, man. No, he's looking at his teammates like, come on, man. We can't give the ball away like that.
Well, again, that's right. That's all come from Tino. Sloppy pass inside, and it just allows them to run into the channels. So just on the outside of the centre circle, they just, again, it's in not a dangerous position, like you say. It is a free kick for the team. But again, it's early on in the game to pick up a yellow card.
Mm-hmm.
They try and switch the ball out to the right-hand side. And Lewis Hall then just gets his head underneath it and allows the ball to go out of play.
Dummies Johnson.
Yeah, absolutely.
Postecoglou was losing his marbles earlier today.
He was, wasn't
he? Yeah.
When Porro got the knock. He wasn't a happy boy at all.
There's a manager with pressure tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Him.
I mean, like I say, it's a results-driven industry, isn't it? And we said, one win in seven's not a good. Look at the Son and
Madison on the bench.
On the bench, you're like, what the hell are you doing? It's a gamble for him, I'll tell you. Well, let's say gamble for him. They've got a goal, so I suppose he can justify it. Tino now brings the ball up to halfway line. Plays in Murphy.
How we scored on them? I mean, not really high line, but I know we were going to have more opportunities like that. I'm telling you, we're going to have more opportunities. Yeah. And very criticized Timo Werner on the pitch. Very criticized by Spurs fans. They don't want him.
No, they don't rate him at all. They reckon he was a waste of money, if you like.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I've just seen Botman there try to bring it on his left-hand foot and get closed down, and luckily the ball was out of play. But he's got to be careful when he's trying to come on the inside to use his strong foot because, again, the lads haven't got a chance. Tottenham are on them straight away and break away again, and it's out for a corner from a deflection behind from Byrne, from Kulishevsky. Again, they're picking up every second ball, and that's something that we've been doing. We've got to be literally careful.
Be careful.
We can calm these buggers down. Because at the minute, they are 100 miles an hour at us. And like I say, they're trying to spoil that midfield flow. And like I say, at this present moment in time, it's 50-50 balls that have been, carefully played, if you like. But once they get the ball in towards the box, their first thought is to get it into the danger areas, if you like. Headed clear from the corner. Tino again headed clear. Oh, that's going to be... Well, there's a bit of a challenge in the back of Gordon there. Gordon still sat down asking the referee for some support, which he's not given. Tottenham now with a halfway into the Newcastle half for the throw-in. Dragusin. Archer. just again, well done, Isak. Just trying to press and close down the channels, and he goes all the way back to Austin. Something that we've got to stop. Well done.
Come on, Bruno. There we go.
Dan Burn, great for early ball to Gordon. Gordon again
Oh,
with a chance.
Oh, it's a copy.
Yeah, nearly a copy of his first goal, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that was an easier chance than his first one as well.
Yeah. Well done, Dan Burn, because he again, spoilt the play on the halfway line. Early ball up to
Bruno, man.
To Bruno, and then straight into Gordon. I mean,
Look
2
at that.
touches, bang, into Isak, into Gordon, and there was a shot on goal. Unfortunately, he was too close to Austin this time.
The first shot was so difficult.
Oh, it was an amazing finish, though, to be fair, across the keeper. In swinging corner, close to Austin, who punches.
Yeah, of course.
Again, that second ball, look. Oh, he's a free kick. Too much protection on these keepers. Crazy. 22 minutes gone. Tottenham 1, Newcastle 1. I mean, to be fair, there didn't seem to be a lot of contact with Austin there. And if he's coming out to punch the ball, then, you're going to get bumped, aren't you? Austin goes long, looking for Werner. Werner plays it inside to Sarr. Or is that Spencer? Sorry, that's Spencer. Well done, Tino. Cut that one out to Murphy. Murphy back up to Tino. Tino gets a challenge from the side, and it's a free kick to Newcastle from Kulusevski. Halfway into Tottenham's half on the right-hand side. Again, everything is just being spoilt. They're not allowing Newcastle to get any rhythm whatsoever. And it's spoiling the look of the game. It's very bitty at the minute.
Big Dan's away up.
Well, I think this is where we've got to try and dominate a little bit. We have got a good height advantage here on these lots. So again, if you have a look at where they're playing very much the high line. I mean, crikey,
Botman knows we're one. He's up there. Come on, Botman.
Yeah. They need to have deep runners. They need a couple of the lads to just run from deep here to get in behind the breaking line. That's a good ball into the box again. Second ball now, Tino. Come on. Ball out to Murphy.
Get in there.
Murphy's out towards the back stick, but it was slightly...
That's all right. It went out. It's a corner.
No, he kept it in play.
I don't think he did.
I don't know why he didn't let that just run, to be fair.
Well, I thought... it was
definitely... Yeah, it was definitely out of play. And they're giving a goal kick. But it was definite deflection.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Tonali didn't think, because I didn't think that either.
Yeah, it was a definite deflection from Murphy when he crossed that to the back post. Austin goes long again. Solanke wins the flick on.
Well done.
Again, it's just if I'm honest with you, it's like ants watching ants run. That was a bit of a challenge.
On his knee.
Yep.
Well
Luckily,
done,
it was
though.
on his. It's clash of knees, to be fair. That was on his right knee, not on his bad knee. If he has got a bad knee now, as it's been repaired. Free kick to Newcastle. Botman now, looking to go long. Tries to play the ball. Great ball over. Tino's running down the wing. On we saw, but again he's heavily challenged. Oh, crikey, that was dodgy by Austin. Yeah, well, like I say, he got a touch on the ball, and Austin said he was happy to pick that up.
There we go. Good
again,
job.
Well done.
Come on, man.
Handball. I think he's given the handball there. Again, I don't know how you can...
Nah.
Oh, yeah, his hand was out. I mean, it was outstretched, to be fair. But I don't think he intentionally meant to handle the ball. But Tino did well down that right-hand side then with that great ball from Botman as well.
No, come on. Smash that thing out of
there. Ooh, good.
Gordon.
Well done. Well done. He brought that down beautifully. That was a Burn just hoofing it in the air. Went out wide, and Gordon literally was able just to get a deft touch on it, just to get it under control.
Oh, ref away.
Yeah, that's what I said. They are literally just spoiling the game. That's obviously their intention. Not let us settle on the ball and play. They just it literally is a scuffle. It's not easy to watch, if I'm honest. Lewis Hall tries to play the ball over the top for Anthony Gordon. Austin comes out and hoofs it out for a throw-in.
Panic.
Yeah, well, it's like I said, it's clearing the line, I suppose. Isak now. J7 up the line to Lewis Hall.
Right, over to Tonali.
Back to Tonali. Back to Botman. Tino now out to bring Murphy in. There's a bit of a challenge.
Well done,
heavy
Murph.
challenge on. Yeah, well, like I said, he didn't quite get the ball under control from the bad pass from Tino. And it is what it is. Back with Austin now. Austin goes long again. He's trying to. That's obviously their game plan is to hit Solanke as quick as they possibly can.
Nice.
J7 into great little touch out to Bruno. Bruno then outside to J7. J7 wins the corner. Lovely play. That was, to be fair, nice link-up play down that left-hand side, all two-touch football. Just give and go into triangles. Again, got in behind quite easily, but good recovery, I suppose. The big boys go up again. Ball goes short.
Come on.
I don't know whether that was a shot from Anthony Gordon, but the ball has fell well to Tino Werner here.
Oh, yeah,
He's virtually got a
good job.
Well done, Tino, who gets in the challenge.
Good.
Kulisevsky picks the ball up. Back to Sarr. Sarr looks for Porro on the right-hand side. Porro lines a shot up, but it's high and wide. But again, you can see their intentions.
Right, see why they've scored as many goals.
Yeah, they certainly aren't scared of having a pop from 25 yards. Dubs now. We've not. It's been, like I say, a strange game where we've not. Again, you can see the high line of Spurs blocking the channels. They throw two right on top of our back two, if you like. So Dubs decides to go longer all the time, and I suppose that's just again trying to play football in their half rather than in our half with the way these guys are set up. Ball out to Gordon. Inside to Bruno. Murphy now in the centre circle.
In the middle.
Good pass out to Tonali. Tonali now on the left, inside left. Plays a little ball out to Isak. Isak steps. Tries to do a little cheeky back heel. Yeah, to try and throw Tonali into it. Bruno and Tonali have just changed positions there. Again, this is that fluid midfield where if one goes, one drops. Love that with the way the lads are playing at the minute. Tonali stays out on the left-hand side, picks the ball up now. Lewis Hall, Tonali. Quite static in the middle. There's lots of bodies centrally for Newcastle, but not much movement, is there?
Well, it looks like Tottenham doesn't want to give a space for them.
Lovely.
Well done.
Very done.
Tino into the box. But come on, you've got to have some support, lads. Everybody's standing off and nobody's coming to get the ball off him. Like I said, Tottenham are just here to spoil it. They're not going to try and play pretty, and they're going to try and pick up off anything that we give them.
Everybody knows, even they know that when they play against us, they get battered on the counter attack because of their high line. Now, I'm not saying that Costa was changing that because he doesn't change that to save his mom, but maybe he's being extra cautious. No clue.
Yeah. Isak just having a word with the referee, saying he got his arms around me, ref. And he's done it the same again. The big Dan Burn standing in. I mean, he towers over Austin, doesn't he, Dan Burn?
Nah, low.
Oh, ball's driven in. Oh, didn't
Ah,
quite.
damn it.
Just hits Botman and goes out for a goal kick. So, what's your thoughts on Botman so far, guys?
I'm liking what I'm seeing. I mean,
Well, definitely the blame for the first goal.
Ooh, that's awful. I mean, he was a bit static. I agree. He anticipated the ball coming in front of him, and again, you know, Solanke did really well just to run in behind, I suppose.
Yeah, well, ran behind, but then got in front of him, which is unforgivable. Really.
Yeah, but like I said, it's difficult when you make that decision, that choice to try and get in front of the ball, and I think that's, like I said, it's about muscle memory for him. And again, you know, even though people have said
little triangles.
there we go.
Yeah, it's a great ball inside.
Oh,
Murphy! Oh!
man.
To Isak. What a lovely ball that was. Lovely play again.
That was just inches,
that was
man.
sexy.
That was the triangles on the right again, and then that
Tonali,
beautiful
Bruno,
ball in. Should be
Murphy,
very
Isak.
If he let it go, though, Gordon would.
Yeah,
but I mean, he would have never known, though. I mean, he would have never known.
No, I mean, he's got to throw his foot on that as well, hasn't he? You know, he's got to go for it. Because how many times have we said nobody on the back post this season?
Man,
Wow.
that's crazy. There we go, Lewis Hall.
Lewis Hall now, and Johnson having a tussle, and Lewis Hall just allows that to go out for a goal kick. Well done, buddy. Played really strong there. A lot of their play coming or trying to be muscled down that right hand side, which is what we anticipated. And the odd ball coming down centrally, but like again, the way they set up with two pressing the box, and then the three behind them, just try. And again, we've lost the ball, and this is what they wanted. Solanke now with the edge of the box on the corner.
I tell you what, it almost feels like be careful. Well done, Botman.
Well done, Botman. Yeah, good header. Again, it's this head tennis on the edge of the box. Burn. Oh, great ball into Bruno. Now you've got 4 on 3 here. Come on, keep going. 4 on 4. Play the right ball out to Gordon. Gordon on the edge of the box. Lovely little reverse ball for Bruno. Bruno, it's the floor, and he gets the corner. Come on, again, it's that break, isn't it? That quick break. This is where, like, Tottenham gamble with the bodies going forward.
Yeah. And it just feels like I know this sounds cliche, but I mean, I just feel like the one that makes the smallest mistake is going to win, man, because they're just going, we're being extra cautious, they're being extra cautious.
Basketball, isn't it?
Back and forth.
Yeah. They're just trying to spoil the flow of the game, that's all. And they're picking up the pieces. Ball comes in towards the back stick. Oh, there's a bit of a tussle. I'm going to say, he's not going to give that away.
Interesting.
So much going on in front of that keeper. But again, you know, it was Botman whose challenge, you could say, was a little bit more than anybody else's. But he's only got his eyes on the ball. He hasn't got his eyes on the keeper whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Kulishevsky. Or is it Dragusin who pushes Burn into the back of the net?
Into the back, yeah. Ball goes long again. Botman again with a good header forward. Centre circle now. Botman plays it back to Hall. Hall's looking for some support. Again, there's 5, 6 white shirts all around them all the time. The work rate of the boys of Tottenham at the minute is really good when the ball comes into our half. J7 now breaking down the left-hand side, tries to play in Gordon.
Get it in.
Gordon.
Corner.
Again, another corner to Newcastle. Deflection off Pedro Porro. Again, you know, every time we win that ball back and play the ball forward, we get in and behind them. It's only going to be a matter of time if they continue playing like this, I think.
6 corners already.
We got to capitalize.
He's got to hold the corner shirt there.
Yeah. Again, and towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Ball gets flicked up,
Didn't
but
even
this
touch
time...
him. Get up, twat.
Come on. There's a little bit of shithousery from Dan Burnt.
Interesting from Brent says that we abandoned the right side due to Murphy and Tino not being good enough.
Yeah, I mean, it is. Like I said, the biggest problem for us is moving the ball over from. Well done, Tino. Werner on this left hand side. It's getting that balance right, because, like I say, they do favour their right hand side. It's their strongest side, but it just it amazes me. A couple of times when we've been on the right hand side, the lads haven't really showed much movement on the inside to give them a way out. And like I say, every time we have the ball, there's 3 or 4 white shirts around every player. The work rate of Tottenham at this present moment in time is really high. Good ball inside there for Kulusevski. Edge of the box, good tackle from J7. Tonali now looks up, looks for the ball over the top to Isak. Isak with Dragusin. Dragusin just manages to get a toe on it, but the ball's gone out for a throw in to Tottenham.
Well, I'm not saying I'm panicking.
Ain't nothing to
The
panic,
rescue
man.
dog is out.
There's nothing to panic, man. Calm down.
No, this will slow down in a minute. Yeah.
But I will say, Tonali is not being the. We're not going through Tonali for the attack.
Yeah,
I mean, we're skipping him, going to the left. Let's see what we can do.
Man.
Tonali out to Murphy. Murphy's just on the edge of the box. He's going to the drive.
Oh, get in there! Get in there!
Yes! Isak! Well done again from Murphy. Superb from Murphy.
Listen, man. People call me crazy. American lad, you don't know nothing. Tonali touches the ball. He conducts the attack for the first time. And then what happens, man?
And then it goes to Magic Man Murphy.
And he just got to throw it in there. And for Isak.
I think it's an own goal, actually.
Great little give and go.
The rescue dog does the business. It took 30 seconds.
Murphy just drops a shoulder on that right-hand side. He's not offside. He's nowhere near offside. Yeah.
And even if it wasn't, though, Dragusin touches it.
It's an own goal, man.
No, it isn't. Yeah. Isak gets it.
Dragusin did get a touch on it.
Yeah, he got a touch on it, but then Isak got it. Look, deflection. And there Isak also.
Yeah, Isak gets his studs on it. Yes.
Come on.
That'll do, mate. Come on, boys. Now let's see what happens. Again, it's about switching on and just getting the ball forward and behind them, because they're overcommitting so many bodies forward.
I tell you what, Newcastle needs one more goal.
Well, I'd be, like I say, this could be 4, 5, or 6. The way Tottenham are committing bodies forward.
Yeah.
So we're on the 39th minute, and it's Tottenham 1, Newcastle 2.
And this guy is on fire. I missed it. Oh, look at that. That's Matty from It's All Black and White Better.
Ball over the top again to Murphy. Oh, just gets deflected off Murphy, and he goes out for a goal kick. He half expected that to be Spencer. Oh, yeah. I mean, to be fair, it was an assist by Dragusin. Arch.
No, you've got to give that assist to Murph.
Yeah, I'm joking. I mean, I think it would have been an own
they're
goal.
not going to give the assist to Dragusin, mate. You win. Calm down.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been an own goal if it wasn't anyway, because the ball was still going in the net.
Papi Sarr.
Papi Sarr.
Everybody, I mean, Tottenham is just...
Well, they're missing out in the midfield. Like I say, they're spoiling it in midfield, and they're just trying to hit the lads going forward really quick. And, they have turned us a couple of times. But again, it's it's about how you play against that, and it's having that. Like I said, you've got to be patient in games like this. Let them slow down because it will happen, and then because they're committing bodies forward, when you get in and behind, make it count.
Look at that. Proba Dubravka.
Yeah,
With
great
the pass
little ball
back.
out to Hall. Gordon on the
what happened
left-hand
there?
side.
He just went sliding forward.
Isak on 13 goals now.
Isak is on fire, man. And people yesterday, because I was on TV saying, how can you say disrespectful to our legend Shearer? Man, I said,
ball.
Got a great ball.
There we go, good one.
Yeah,
I said he could be better than Alan Shearer if he stays at Newcastle. Didn't say he was better. So calm your tits, man. Man, people are just so sensitive.
Yeah, well, he's already up on the same type of stats as Les Ferdinand, isn't he? So like I said, big Les was a hero.
Football I was playing here.
Well, now you see we're starting to control the game. It's a poor ball from
Bruno.
Bruno.
But we got
see now, that could be a corner.
Well, that's lucky. That's a deficiency.
That was
on Tottenham's
Spencer.
defender, though. That's it could never be.
That was an awful ball. I mean, he's allowed Tino to try and get in and around him, and it does come off the heel of Spencer there, but obviously not enough to look. There you go. It does come off Spencer.
Oh, look at that. They did a goal kick.
Oh, that's a poor ball from J7. Tried to get the ball forward early, but well done. Again, just winning the ball back in the centre circle. That's a terrible pass from Dragerson. I mean, he's got literally whole of Tottenham to pass that ball to, and he just kicks it out for a throw-in. It's like, oh my God, that's why you get so frustrated as a coach, because you think, there's no pressure on you to play that ball out of play. Dan Burn now. Tonali, Burn, out to Hall. Ball goes over the top to try and get Isak back in. Great first touch from Isak. Just goes out to the left-hand side, trying to get it back on his right foot.
All right,
plays it deep to Bruno. Bruno now looking to give it somebody out to Gordon. Anthony Gordon just driving into the box.
A bit selfish there, but
that's okay. I mean, again, it's putting the ball in the right areas.
Yeah.
Deflection out, so it was a corner. Again, that may have been a bit closer than we thought if that hadn't been deflected, to be fair. Lewis Hall now with the corner. Lots of movement in the box. The ball goes towards the back stick. Headed back in from J7. Out to Tino. Tino looks to move the ball back out to Lewis Hall. Nice first touch from Lewis Hall. Plays it inside to Bruno. Bruno on the edge of the box now. Again, gets muscled out by a number of players. Out to Burn. Back to Hall. J7 gets challenged. And again, he's just sliding when he goes to shoot with his left foot and slips.
I mean, we're certainly doing the right thing. So look at that.
Yeah.
Newcastle pressing. Proper pressing, man.
Well, they're giving Spurs what they've given us for the first 25, 30 minutes. And now all of a sudden they've gone a little bit slow, a little bit leggy, Spurs, over the course of the last 5 minutes. Falls to Dan Burn. Tino. Out to Murphy. Murphy just lets it run across his body. And Spencer clears it for, a throw-in. Just 10 yards inside the Newcastle half. It's funny, isn't it? Because Spurs don't look the team anymore. It's they're allowing us a little bit of space. Yeah. Ooh, Isak trying to play in Murphy behind there, but it gets deflected back towards Bergvall in the middle of the park. Shoulders Tino, but again, poor ball behind Spencer, who has to run 10 yards to get the ball back.
There we go.
There you are. We've won the ball again here. Nice give and go. Gordon and J7 out on the left-hand side. Plays it inside to Gordon. Gordon back towards J7, and Lewis Hall is just deeper than him. Botman now in the centre circle, just keeping hold of the ball, trying to draw Tottenham towards them. It goes up from Tino to Murphy. Murphy plays it into Bruno. Nice little movement now. Again, no press on the ball anymore from Spurs. Botman tries a crossfield ball, really lovely ball, headed inside to Hall. Hall back out to Gordon.
Right, yeah, now we've got the triangles on the left.
Hall just tried to use the
momentum.
outside of his left foot. Just stuttered a little bit.
Yeah.
Kulusevski now in the middle of the park. Well done, Bruno.
Well done. By them, Baron. Well done.
Bruno out to Murphy now. Some movement from Tonali on the inside. Murphy tries to jink it towards the back stick. It's headed clear this time. Tino now
Well
trying
done,
to.
Tino.
Ooh.
And well done.
Well
Big
done to
Dan.
Burn. Plays it again to Bruno. Tonali out on the right wing now. Great
There
little
we go.
ball inside to
Oh.
J7. Oh! Ball really fed into Isak's feet really quick, and he's just used the.
in.
Yeah, he just used the instep of his foot to try and shape it round the corner. But literally just a little touch too hard for J7 to get hold of.
Well, in Tonali.
Again, Tonali just clears the lines under pressure. And again, Archer. It's sad to look at the Tottenham fans.
Look at
now.
the Tottenham fans, man. They're like falling asleep.
They are so sad. So we 47th minute. We got 4 minutes added time. I consider being changes for Spurs at half time, if I'm honest, because it certainly isn't working.
I think putting Madison and Son on.
Well,
will
that's what we
improve
need
this
to.
team.
That's what we need to be cautious of. They're going to come on. It's not about ifs or buts.
Spencer now on the left-hand side. Again, it's Saar and Bergvall just sat in the deep area, just throwing it out to Porro now. Porro hits the ball early into the box. Well done to Tino on the back stick. Just clears it for a corner. Again, there's no thought process. It's as soon as it goes out wide to Porro, and this is where their first goal come from. They have runners then coming from the deep, Kulusevski and Solanke, who are wrong-footing our defenders to a degree because we're playing on the edge of the box, and then they try and creep in behind us. So, again, it's something that we have to be aware of on that right-hand side, the early ball. Archer's got taken down by Gordon. Gordon now
there we
plays
go. Well
inside to Isak. Isak's first touch.
The control is everything in football, man.
Yeah. His first touch just let him down there.
One.
Austin under a bit of pressure. Plays it to Archer, who's literally he's he's now looking up and saying, why is that? I've got two players on me. I'm going nowhere. Isak, unfortunately, gives them the throw-in. Just coming up to the last minute of the time added on. Throw into Spurs, they're deep in their half. Spencer looking for the outlet. But, he's moved 15 yards up the bloody park there. And that's it, half time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is halftime. Halftime. Solanke scoring at the 4th minute of the game. 6th minute, Anthony Gordon said, no, not in this ugly house.
Not on my watch.
And then at the 38th, Alexander Isak, Propat center forward, mighty win 35 goal. Just push it in. That's what you need. That's what you want, and you're a purple center forward. So there you go. You got what you wanted, mighty win. He just pushed the ball in. But we are winning away, and it's a great result. I think we need one more goal to solidify this. But to me, it's just another game of great performance and great form. And I would be saying that if we didn't get the score and we were losing, but we were still playing the same, I would praise the form. And obviously we had to get the result, but we are playing good, continuing the good form. What more can we ask for other than to put the game away at some point in the second half? I think it's been great.
Yeah, it's been difficult for the lads because, like I say, they've had white shirts around them all the time, especially in the midfield. Tottenham have been very narrow. They've not allowed the outlet and any deflection. It seems because of the way the momentum is and the way of the pace of the game, it seemed to have fallen to a white shirt a lot of the time. But it's about being patient and not losing focus on what you're trying to do, even though they conceded the goal. And you can say Botman was a little bit at fault for that. They could have easily quite dropped their heads, and the momentum was definitely with Spurs at that point. And what Newcastle have done is just allowed the ball to dictate the pace of the game, and they've bypassed the midfield. Really, a couple of quick balls up to Anthony Gordon, whose finish was tremendous. And like I say, when you get back involved in the game in a short space of time, it changes the mentality again because all the hard work that Spurs have put in to get in the lead, okay, it's only 4 minutes in, you've wasted. You know what I mean? You've done all the work to get there, then it's been wasted by just literally shutting off. And again, there's lots of people out there that saying you're at your most vulnerable after you've scored, and I think that just proved that. You know, the lads switched off. Gordon was able to get in behind. Great cross shot into the back stick with his left foot. Brilliant finish. And then again, Spurs try to continue with that high press, try to get us to not play football in the middle of the park. It was very bitter. It was very hard to watch. There was no rhythm in the game. It was just, running into the spaces. But as the game has progressed, there's been, like I say, Spurs can only do that for a certain amount of time. We've come into the game a lot more. In the final, I say like the final 20 minutes, if I'm honest with it, it's been virtually all Newcastle that have been producing the ball in and behind. And as daft it looks, there's been a couple of half chances there, excuse me, where we could have at least gone in at half time, 3 goals, maybe even 4. Because there has been opportunities there. So for me, it's been a great match. And like I say, it's just been about being patient and getting, when you get the ball, progress that ball forward as quickly as they can and not being forced into any errors. And I think Tino needs to be a little bit more aware. With some of the balls at the start were a bit wayward, but he's grown more into the game. I think Botman, like I say, has grown more into the game. So fair play to the lads. They did really well to come back into the game and now be in the lead, but they need to be switched on for half time.
Yep. A couple of things. You mentioned it there, Gary. The last 20 minutes, I think we've been in control. Noticeable that it's in the last 20 minutes because up until the last 20 minutes of the first half there, for me, Tonali and Murphy were invisible. And then they've come into the game and, that's been the difference. Incidentally, with regard to the potential handball for Gordon's equalizer, in keeping with the new regulations regarding VAR, the Premier League Match Centre have tweeted, the referee's call of goal was confirmed by VAR, who checked for a potential handball by Joe Linton in the build-up and deemed that his arm was by his side in a natural position and the contact was accidental. So this is the new system, VAR system of informing the public coming into reality. His arm was by his side in a natural position and the contact was accidental.
Yeah. Which is exactly what we said.
They changed their rule completely then, which is good for us.
Yeah, I think they're trying to go more with what's happening on the field of play with the referee's choice, isn't it?
But I tell you though, I don't think there was any intention on Bruno's so-called handball in the game against what game was it? They would score 4 goals.
Ipswich?
Yeah, maybe that one. That he was there and hit the ball and then and he scored. So, but
yeah. Sure. I mean, it's like I say, for me, I think it's good the fact that they're allowing the on-field referee to make decisions, and unless it's a glaring and obvious error from the referee, that's what happens. And I think we've we went through a period of time where we were taking all of the onus away from the referee on the field of play, and allowing somebody who's sitting in an office make a decision. And I think it spoilt the game. It spoilt the flow of the game. There was a lot of frustration from the crowd because of the amount of time it was taking to make these decisions. And I think they've done it well. I think, VAR should only be involved if there's a clear and obvious error.
Yep. But I think they're not using Tonali. We need to fix that in the second half. He hasn't been involved as much, and he needs to make himself involved as well.
Yeah, I just think it's difficult when you're playing against a team that are just trying to spoil. And I think that's, as you saw, when the game has progressed to the point where they can't keep that pace up. And now you're starting to see Tonali get a grip of the midfield, Bruno, J7, because there's no hustle and bustle anymore. The first 20 minutes was awful, if I'm honest with you, because it was just a spoil. It was them spoiling everything that they can do for us. And like I say, it was, every chance that they could literally run with the ball into our box. And that's what they did. They just run with the ball into our box, or into our area, and try and create from that. And it's like I said, that there was no build-up play, really. I mean, their goal was good. I mean, Bergwald ran 50, 60 yards to get into a position where he could, bring more white shirts involved. The little ball out to Brendan Johnson, who just literally gives it 10 yards to Porro, who hits it first time. And I think that's that. Like I said, for me, it's something that we don't do enough, I don't think. I don't think we hit the box at the right times. I think we try and play too much in front of the box. And it's great when it works, because against teams that are playing in that low block, that's what you need to do. You need to be able to play in and around in front of them with the little gives and goes. But you also sometimes need to, when you've got the opportunity against the likes of Spurs, where they have got a makeshift back four, they look all totally unbalanced at the minute. I think if you can hit the ball into the areas like Spurs have tried to do, I think you could cause more of an issue.
Yeah, you got a point there. But we still need to finish it, though. We still finish the game, because it's still wide open. It's still wide open, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. What's the chat saying? Paul, guys, Spurs are just giving the ball back every time they get it. PDK Sandro not playing well. He wants Milan. He wants a Milan move. Nah, I don't think so. Brent says, I noticed Bruno was the 6 when Tottenham were really pressing, because he's so good at press resistance. Now that the game is more open, you will see Tonali in the 6 more. To be fair, Tonali should be 6 the whole game, every game. So, not sure why that was, but that needs to be sorted immediately. He needs to be the 6, no matter what. James Cuff, I need another goal for insurance purposes, but a decent finish to the half after a bit of frantic first 15 minutes. Spurs can always do damage on the transition. So can we, and that was the thing. I think it was more than 15 minutes, even in the later stages.
It was basketball, wasn't it?
It was back and forth. Now it's like the first guy that makes a mistake. Well, and they did. Dragisin, he made that mistake on the second goal, and that's where it was scored. So that's what it's about at the moment.
45 minutes. We've had 7 shots, 3 on target, and they've had 4 shots, 2 on target. So that's 11 shots on goal in 45 minutes. So that's a shot on goal every 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We've had 7 corners. They've had 3.
I'm going to disagree with Brandt there, because again, you're talking about this this fluid 3 in the middle of the park. Now, the one person who doesn't usually move away from position is J7. J7 seems to be the one that sits on that left-hand side. And I go back to Man United. There was times at Man United where Tonali came from the middle of the park and moved forward to press. allowing Bruno and J7 just to sit in. And again, it's about pressing and blocking the pass channels, and it's about doing it at the right time. Now, what I loved about Tonali today was the fact that he hasn't stood still. When we've picked the ball up, as I mentioned while we were doing the live commentary, is the fact that he's moved out on the left-hand side. He was the widest left player at one point, and all he's doing, because obviously he's being man-marked, he's moving players out the way. And it's allowing the passing channels to open up in the middle of the park for Bruno to utilise. Yeah, it does look a little bit strange at times because, again, it's about following play. But I think the way that Eddie Howe has now manipulated, I'm going to say manipulated, the midfield, you will always have Bruno and Tonali interchanging positions because they can both do a similar role. Even though you're right, Chris, I think Tonali is more suited with the first time touch. But I also, again, with the way Tottenham press, he's the ideal to play in there because he's not holding on to the ball. What you've seen with Bruno likes two touches, and when you've got lots of white shirts around you, sometimes you're not allowed the time to do too much with the ball. So I have to agree to disagree to a degree with the comment.
To agree.
Yeah.
So many re's.
There's far too many re's. But I understand where people see that and try and make a justification with it. And to me, it's all about movement. And you don't want static players in the middle of the park. You need them to move. And if one goes forward, one's sitting, and that's just understanding the way the game flows.
Beer says no mention of Burn. I see. It says Burn lost the ball in the box for the first goal.
No, he didn't.
Or for what? Or he just did it? Because I don't remember.
No, I can remember him clearing plenty.
Well, I say there's more than Burn that's made a mistake today. To be fair, I think I think we're getting a little bit picky if we're isolating individual players and making mistakes. Because, like I said, there is a change in circumstances, and we understand that. We have got to be a little bit more Tiger Studios. How out?
Tiger man, I thought we fixed that.
I think we have to be a little bit more understanding. And again, this isn't an easy game. It's not an easy game for anybody because of the way Tottenham play with this, two or three players around you all the time. It spoils the type of play that we like to do, where we progress the ball through the middle of the park up to our forward line. And sometimes we've had to bypass that to get behind them. And as the game, again, I keep going back to this, after the first 25 minutes, Tottenham had lost it. There was no more the press. There was no more, the two or three bodies around our players, and which allowed our star players to get more involved in the game.
I think somebody brought up this point as well. Reckon they're saying Burn gave the ball away in our own box. That's not, if that happened, that is a mistake. They can't do that as a defender. But I can remember the play, though, to be honest.
I'm just looking at Dan Burn now. 18 out of 19 accurate passes.
Yeah, but that's the one.
Well, I mean, you can mention all the good stats if he gave the ball away in the box.
No, because it kind of disputes the other one, because it says possession lost twice. So he's lost possession twice, and he had supposedly 18 out of 19, so those stats don't add up.
Yeah. All right, well, it looks like there's a substitute for Spurs.
Yeah.
Dynamo Spur making a substitution here at halftime, and I can't remember who that is. Reguilón
didn't look like either Madison or Son.
No. Reguilón is coming on. He's a right back, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he is going to be coming in for whoever was there.
Spence. He was awful, to be fair.
Spence, yeah, he did give the ball away on. No, he didn't give the ball away, did he?
Well, he passed the ball out two or three times. He was really poor from what he. But again, like I say, you're playing at home. You're under a bit of pressure. So let's see what he can do. Oh, Dragason's off.
Yeah, and we're underway, ladies and gents.
Spence lost the ball 8 times.
Oh,
come on.
There was a ball inside to Sri Lanka. Yeah, exactly. Well done, Dan Burnt. Clearance. Come on, Gordon. You've got to win that 50-50.
There
Good
we go.
lad. And the second ball.
Too.
Go on. Oh, shame. Yeah, I thought I was just going to bounce over his foot there, and allow Isak to run onto it. So, Burn, it's to me, like I say, it's an interesting setup, and it's funny how people see certain individuals, good or bad, if you like. See, for me, I've said it from day one. Yeah. Tino is our weakest link in this side.
Well, I don't know.
Botman.
He gambles far too much.
I would love to see Trippier, man.
Well, like I say, I think Trippier is going to be saved for the Arsenal game. He's still showing signs of fatigue in the latter stages of games.
And we're going to play Tuesday, so very quick turnaround. Yeah,
indeed. So I'm just trying to work out who's gone to where. Has Reguilon gone straight in the centre off?
Be careful, man.
Come on.
Oh, that's going to be a foul on the referee. I'm sorry,
he's
the referee.
Kicked it over anyway. The referee has given the foul, even though...
Dragason's come off.
Yeah, Dragason's off. That's what I said, which is strange because I thought Reguilon was a more of a right back.
Oof. That's a foul by Solanke.
That's a high.
Solanke into the chest there.
I'll tell you what. No.
And an elbow to the head. A double whammy.
Yeah. Man, you got to take stuff like a man, man.
Well done, though.
Trying to cover your face.
But at the end of the day, though, he didn't back out. Yeah, he didn't back out at all. No. He knew he was going to get clattered there, but he didn't back out at all.
You talking about Botman?
No, talking about
Dubs.
Oh yeah, no, Dubs. I'm talking about Botman. He put his hands up when he felt he was going to get hit.
The whole way and punched it.
Yeah.
Even though he was getting the double whammy, as it turned out.
Yeah, well, I say Botman turned his head all the way, didn't he? There. Oof. The clearance from. Do you see that? The handball? That's what they're all calling for. Murphy cleared the ball and it deflected off Tino's hand up into the air. So they're all asking, but at the end of the day, you can't have it, one way or the other, can you? It's got to be seen as being fair and even. And his hand was to the side of him; it was so close. He was never going to change that decision. Luckily, Dubsy's back on his feet, no issues.
Looks like he's going along. Yep.
Yeah. Not taking any gambles, but again, Tottenham not showing the high press as they were the first half. Bergveld wins the header in the middle, and then Bruno, then back to Bergveld. Again, he's doing okay, I think I have Bergveld in the middle of the park. Switches the play to the right-hand side.
First time ball.
Yeah, to Porro onto Johnson. Johnson down this right-hand side plays it back to Kulusevski. As I said, these three are the ones that you've got to be careful of. Bergveld goes out to the left-hand side.
But as you see, the midfielders, Bruno is playing center. I'm not liking that at all. And that's how they're forming. Tonali's on the right. Don't like that at all.
Well, like I said, for me, it's a case of they're fluid. Nobody will be static in one position, mate.
No, but we come to agreement that the EM needs to be Tonali.
So I mean, I know what you were saying, because like when you're in a battle, do you really want your ball player to be in a battle all the time? I don't think I would. I think I want my ball player to be able to play that quick ball to my forward line as quick as I can. And the only way you do that is by getting and allowing yourself into space. Come on. Balls fell to Wagner.
He's gonna.
Oh,
Come on, man. Get
well
in there. There we
done.
go. Well done.
Well done, Tonali, as well.
And quickly
All
play
right,
it out.
let's
J7
go,
out
let's
to
go.
Murphy.
Murph,
There you
go
go.
Murph, and there's
Make
Isak
the
on
right
the
move,
move.
man. Make the right move.
Isak plays the ball. Oh, it's not. If that had come to the back stick,
Still
there was
got
every
it.
opportunity of Tonali getting on the end of that.
There we go.
Oh,
Come
well
on.
done, Bruno.
Tonali. Lock it in
Tonali.
low. Oh!
Oh, come on, have another go. Oh,
That was weak.
2 shots, 2 blocks. You see, now, again, this is what I was saying.
I'm just looking at Tonali's first half heat map, and the only red is in the centre circle. So
Yeah.
he's definitely playing. He's all over the pitch, but the only red is in the centre circle, so he's definitely playing in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A throw into Tottenham now, and he's literally gone down the line for the flick on. And there's nothing down the left-hand side for Spurs whatsoever. Very poor. And the only time they've looked anywhere near decent is when they've moved the ball down the right-hand side. Bruno in the middle, goes out wide, looking for Anthony Gordon. Hall on the inside, he gets the ball back to Gordon. He tries to get the early ball across the box. And Spence, who's now moved from left back, was it right left back? Now into the middle of the park. He looks like he's taken Dragason's place.
Right, so and Reguilon's gone to left back.
Reguilon's gone, to left back. Corner to Newcastle.
Oh.
All into the middle. It's literally Botman got on the end of it, but he was blocked. Back to Tino. Bruno, now on that right-hand side. Plays the ball out to Murphy. Murphy jinks the ball into the box. Oh, into the hands of Austin.
Still okay, Austin.
Yeah, he's looked more mobile than bloody Foster does, to be fair. I could never understand why Foster was there. Ball jumped into the middle of the box. Bit of a tussle with Botman. I say that's, again, a mistake caused by our own players. J7 and Bruno going for the same ball. Porro to Johnson. The one thing I love about this, though, is the fact that Louis Hall has kept Johnson really quiet. He's done his job really well. And again, what I was saying, I do love Johnson going forward, but he's non-existent defending, is he? Doesn't support the team whatsoever. Corner kick to Tottenham Hotspur. Going to be an in-swinger. Plays short. Porro. Again, just tried to get the ball into the box. It's all the way back to Spence on the centre circle. Back out to Porro. Kulusevski now on the right-hand side. Murphy gets a challenge in on the left-back position. And again, there's a bit of a deflection. And Bergwell just manages to keep it in. Plays the ball inside. There's a cross into the 6-yard box, which is cleared by Dan Burn for a throw-in to Spurs. Yeah, I've been really impressed with Bergwall, to be fair, in that middle of the park. He's really worked hard. He's been creative for Spurs, done as much as he could do, I suppose. Oh, Anthony Gordon on Spence there, trying to win the ball back. Commits the foul. Archer now. Saw. Here we go. Just Kulusevski making a bit of a run into the box. Out to Porro on the right-hand side. Again, Porro trying to beat Hall, but Hall stands his ground. Loses some foot in there. Kulusevski on the edge of the box. Great save. Rebound off the post there from Solanke. Or was it Johnson? Bloody hell.
It's Johnson.
Yeah, so it was Johnson.
So good save.
Great save for the first one down on it was a shot from outside the box from Papasar, and then it was shaped lovely into that corner, and then it was just smacked in from Johnson, and it was off the post. But it was a really tight angle. He was lucky to get that close.
Angle, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. So again, a little bit of pressure, which is which we expected. Reguilon into the box, headed clear from Burn. Tottenham now trying to pick up the pace a little bit. Again, first thought is just to aim into the box with high balls, try and get in and behind us, and obviously allow us to make mistakes and feed off that. Wagner now he's useless. He really is useless. Well done, Louis Saul. I mean, they've given him the corner there, but I don't think it was. I think it was a double deflection. You could tell that from Louis Saul's face. Tino Werner, I'm sorry, mate. He's really poor.
Well, Joe Linton yelling. Newcastle need to get out of there right now, man. Fuck me, another corner.
Well, again, that definitely came up the Tottenham head.
Again, first thoughts is to get it into the box, and that's what the worry for me. Got to be switched on here. Kulusevski trying to drill the ball into the box. Tino now.
There we go.
Plays it up the line to Isak.
Lovely.
Anthony Gordon.
Oh, look at the run by Gordon.
Circle.
See him.
Back inside to Bruno. Tino now on the outside of him, on the left-hand side, on the inside left position. He's going in towards the goal. Oh, Gordon! Oh, over the bar.
Anthony.
There was a deflection from Tonali's shot, and then it comes out to the deflection comes to Gordon, who fires his laces through it, and it goes over the bar.
Just make sure you're on target.
Tonali found a space wide open out of nowhere because he was going to pass to Gordon, and then Gordon gets the deflection back, luckily. But
that's what I'm saying, Chris. With this fluid system, he was on the inside left position there, Tonali, and that's what I said. You can't have static players in this fluid system. Everybody's got to be covering everybody's game. Well done, Tonali outside again. He's just deflected from a challenge with Murphy out for a throw into Newcastle.
And by the way, if that little first time volley pass there from Murphy had come off, we were through.
Yeah. Referee's just waiting for Bruno to tie his laces. Bruno's not had an ounce of space really to play on. That was a driven ball to Tonali into J7, out to Gordon on the edge of the box now. Gordon's comes back. Referee. No, he gets a bit of a clothesline across the face there. See if that was...
Let's take a look.
Yeah, referee saying time
out. He's bleeding. That's a penalty. You got to go look at it. You've got to go look at it.
Well, they've asked him to. Oh, crikey, he had a shoulder in the nose there. That was a shoulder into the nose. Ooh. It was a clothesline.
They're saying it's accidental.
Well...
But to be honest, it doesn't matter, though, does it? Shouldn't matter.
Don't get him backwards. Don't get him backwards. You're going to make him feel sick. Get him on his fucking knees. Jesus Christ. All the blood's going to go back of his throat.
I guarantee you they're not even going to look at it.
Well, I don't know what's happening. Referee's just talking to a couple of Tottenham players, so I don't know whether they're saying everybody's gone back to the centre circle, to be fair. So everybody, I don't think anybody thinks it's a penalty, but there was certainly a collision. And it was more Kulusevski's shoulder rather than his... I think if it was his arm, it was definitely a penalty.
It was a pure block, wasn't it?
Oh, it was a pure block. But again, you don't have to get out of the way.
He wasn't getting out the way. He was moving in the way.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
but they're not going to call that
as a defender, no, as a defender, you don't have to move.
They're not going to call that penalty, never.
Yeah,
so Son and Maddison are coming on.
I was thinking if he gave him a little elbow with the blood showing, he was going to go to VAR. Look at that foul right there. Look at that goal right there, Brantley.
Yeah, they're still complaining about that handball. But that was a great finish from Anthony Gordon with his left foot. Still waiting for the Nose repair. Newcastle. So who's coming off for
Son and Madison coming on.
Well, yeah.
Well, it's going to be Werner, isn't it?
Werner, yeah, exactly.
Oh, hello.
Bissouma.
Oh, there's 3 coming on. Basuma's coming on as well.
Yves Bissouma. Madison, once romanced and courted by Newcastle United.
Chris, can you continue for a second, mate? Because my phone's just
go
blinked.
on,
I'm just going to check it. Thanks, mate.
So it's going to be, Burner's coming off, certainly. Son coming on. Papesar also coming in for Yves Bissouma. And James Madison coming on for Lucas Vergval.
Right.
So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. 3 substitutions for Tottenham Hotspur. 61st minute. And look at that. The Tottenham Stadium on their feet over Little Bergval.
That's 4 of their 5 subs made now, and they've only got 1.
Well, their Pro-Pop players are in. Will this change things out for this game?
Well, I was very surprised when they didn't both start.
We shall wait and see. And we see right now Yves Bissouma with a touch. All the way to the left side, Mr. Son. Oh, no, that wasn't.
What is Eddie going to do about this?
Exactly. Well, it's already in the 60 mark. Gordon is out on the sidelines.
Yeah, we've only got 10 men on the pitch.
Trying to get patched up, trying to get a new nose in. Trying to take a rib out and use it for cartilage. Botman, hoofing it all the way to the midfield. Alexander Isak can't get to it. Tottenham gets the ball back. Son. Madison. Looking for an outlet on the right side of the pitch. Porro. Mr. Porro. Proper right back right there, Porro. Imagine if we had Porro with Lewis Hull. We had some wings to fly, man. Regular to nobody. And it's going to be a goal kick for Mr. Dubravka. Oh, look at that. His nose is already swelling up, man. I guarantee he broke his nose. And that might, oh my goodness gracious. I hope he's not broken because it might keep him away from the Arsenal game. Or he might have to wear the Batman mask. There we go. That nice ball. Nice control by Isak Kinak. Try to control it.
Yeah, it was a
it's a bit of a tough ball there.
Tough ball, yeah.
Right. Newcastle cannot let go. Son cutting inside. Be careful. Son to be the hero. Be careful. Solanke, who's been all over the pitch. Back to Madison. Madison looking for an outlet. Madison looking for an option for Tottenham. Back to Son. Bruno on him. Regular on the left side. Back to Son. Bissouma. Well done, Newcastle defensively. But we kind of have to get that ball back, man. We have lost control of the ball this second half. You know me, man. When you got the ball the most, you're gonna win the game. Plain and simple to me. You're gonna have more chances. Although they are down,
well, we've already had more chances in the second half than they've had.
Yeah, we have to. But that doesn't count. We have to put them in the goal, man.
I've got to finish wedding now.
Gordon, nice pass right there,
ball.
All the way to Murphy. And now Murphy on the run.
And now he's got the overlap.
Overlap by Tino. He's gonna have to give it to him. Come on, man, quickly. Tino, back to Murphy. Murphy. Yeah, he was Murphy with 2 men on him. It's impossible, man. And I'll tell you what, if I'm Eddie, I might make a change on the right side because I'm seeing I'm not liking Murphy's body language for the most part this game anyway. But right now he's knackered. And to be honest, that would be it. But you need somebody that can you can give the ball to, has control, and knows how to damn control and dribble the ball and think with the ball. So I think that Barnes could be good for that. And right now, I mean, just Murphy looks knackered. You need to get the ball back.
I'm thinking Mortino.
Well, I would, if Trippier is available, I would definitely bring Trippier in.
Get the brains in.
On the right side, Trippier and Barnes. Because to be fair, on the right side, we haven't been attacking on the right side. We've been just not using it. There we go. Oh, man.
Again, well done, Austin.
Austin, number 40.
Kept his eye on the ball.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Now he's complaining over.
Solanke took him out.
He must have lost some air there. Botman coming off.
I'm not sure.
Or are they having a team huddle?
Having a team talk.
Sandro, ole, ole, ole.
Midfield maestro from Milano.
I just feel like he needs to. He also needs to have control of the game. He needs to have control of the midfield. You know, to me, he needs to be centered. I mean, obviously, he's not going to keep himself in the same area, but he needs to have that control. In my opinion, I think Gary's back. You back, Gary?
I'm cool. Okay.
Tuchel in the stands. Well, this will be a good game to watch some young talents.
It'll be interesting to see what his first lineup is.
That looks like the king behind Tuchel.
I know, doesn't it? I was gonna say that, dude. I was gonna say that.
Charlie boy.
I was gonna say that, man.
Doppelganger.
Come on, man. Put your damn gloves on.
Yeah. I think he's milking the cow there, big style.
Werner in the back looks like, man, I'm tired of being here.
Yep.
Burn.
Great ball forward. Offside.
No change to 68 minutes.
Yeah. Which is, I suppose, it's strange for us, isn't it? But I think Eddie's realised now sometimes by making too many changes at the wrong time, especially when, like now, where Spurs are a little bit on top. Ooh, well done.
Me.
Ball just behind them, but the ball breaks to Bruno. Oh, see?
Wow.
Yeah, Bruno is just...
Another foul.
Yeah. The midfield three just haven't had any time apart from when they've gone forward and found that little space behind the two. Apart from that, like I say, Spurs have just spoilt the movement going forward. Would you take Kulusevski?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
He's excellent.
Would you take Johnson?
Spurs best. No, I wouldn't take Johnson.
Nah, I mean, it depends. It's squad length, but not to start.
He's the type of player you'd like to bring on if you're chasing the game, but he doesn't work for the team a lot. He's the type of player that you know that you're going to just leave him up the field as a target. But I agree with you. I think he's a good player. I just don't think he's an Eddie style player. Tottenham just trying to play the ball out of the back. And like I say, they put themselves under a lot of pressure. And just hoof it down the field. Johnson. Look at that. I mean, there's so much space there now because the way it is. But again, it's not a great ball out to Kulishevsky on this left-hand side. Ball whipped in, and it's all too
Man, we
close
need to
to
get one more in.
Dubs. Yeah. They're on top a little bit now. There was a lot of space down this right-hand side for Boomsong to run into. Eddie and Mad Dog having a chat. Up to Isak. Ball drops to Jason.
What a ball.
First time ball over the top for
right
Anthony Gordon from Bruno. But again, it was just a little bit of check on the ball and it slowed the ball down, which favoured Porro. Spencer out to Kulishevsky. Nice little give and go with Johnson. Well done from J7. Good block on that ball. Boomsong in the middle of the park now. Newcastle have just stepped off. Again, creating that wall of 5 in front of them, trying to stop the passing lanes.
But Tonali definitely in the middle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a nice ball there. Song just carried on his run, whizzed the ball into the 6-yard box, but again, no danger for Dubs. Just jumps, gets himself on the top of the ball, slows the play down. Into the 72nd minute. Still 2-1 to Newcastle. Dubs now drops the ball. Decides to go long.
Look at that little
great pass up.
Yeah. Fuck me. He got axed down, man.
He got wild there. Isak.
Oosh.
Spencer just coming inside of him and just nailed him. Luckily, there's no damage.
Right, now let's not waste this.
Well, it's a free kick on the halfway line. I mean, there's not a lot.
I'd still like to see it into the box.
Tonali straight away up to Bruno. Bruno now comes into the middle. Plays the ball up to Isak, straight away back into Bruno. Bruno tries to shift the ball right, but again, just gets blocked, body checked.
Well, he more or less runs.
Oh, J7, you're going to get yourself booked. Like, oh, Jesus.
That's for 3.
Yeah,
the referee's telling them.
Yeah. But I mean,
one there.
You cannot go through the back of a player.
No.
I mean, it's silly.
He's
going nowhere. Yeah, he's going nowhere.
Hey,
but I suppose. Go on, sorry, mate.
No, I was going to talk about the new top, the Adidas, the Mighty Wind top coming out again.
Yeah,
the retro, man. I want to get that.
Yeah.
Which though that's not really my favorite one. There's another one that I love more than anything, but I might just get that one too.
Just two.
Wait, but they're not putting Brown in on the.
I'll tell you what it is. They're winning all the 50-50s now, Tottenham.
Well, they can't put Brown Ale on unless they're sponsored.
Exactly. So it's not going to have the.
No, the Brown Ale's going on.
It is?
Yeah,
well, they're going to have to get money for it. Brown Ale.
No, not get any money for it, but the.
What are you talking about, man? This guy
they're
acts
putting
like
the blue star on.
No, they're putting the Brown Ale on.
The Brown Ale, the oval. But,
right, okay.
Because I would love that, but I mean, you just don't. If I own Brown Ale, I'm not just going to allow that. I'm going to need that money, and I'm sure they are. What are you talking about? I mean, you can't put somebody else's brand on a shirt.
You're getting free advertising, man.
Yeah,
this guy, man, I swear to God, he lives in the 20s, man. He lives in the 20s.
Well done.
It's a great little turn from J7. Well done, Boomsong, though, because Boomsong gets it back.
Yeah, he lost that.
After doing so well.
Yeah. A little ball inside to Kulusevski.
And well done
from
Dan
Johnson.
Burn.
Yeah. Again, Gordon into...
Oh, that was a hospital ball, man.
That's what I said.
Come
There's
on.
no need for that type of ball. We're just allowing them to get the ball back with these 50-50s.
Yeah, and they've got bodies up now.
Well, we have got the wall in front of them. So, I mean, that's what I said. I have no issues with that. But they've gone very narrow.
This is the beauty now, though. Look at them. The bodies they've got up there now. If we can get the ball and hit them on the break now, this is what they're so vulnerable always have been.
Yeah. But this is what we were saying, isn't it? You know, you look at it and you think to yourself, you know, if you
They
can
lose
draw
the ball here.
this is what they've got to be careful of, though, because they have got some players that can quite easily get in behind you. Maddison into the box.
Ah, come on, man.
Looking
We
out for
cannot allow,
Solanke.
though.
Come on, you can't allow that ball to drop, Gordon. Kulusevski
Fuck me, get on there, man.
back to Porro. I mean, it's like, say, shooting practice at the minute. Archer turns his back to Spence, and then, I mean, that's, like I said, look at that. Every single Tottenham Hotspur player now in the Newcastle half. So, like I say, if they've got, I mean, for me, it's a case of win the ball, play it forward to Isak and run. Oh, that's an easy, good ball. Come on, Botman. Well done, Dubs.
Tell you
Well
what,
done.
Botman couldn't keep up there for a second.
Yeah. It took him a while to get going, but he did enough. Just put his arm across Kulusevski.
Yeah, there we go. See,
The
that's what
word
I'm
he
saying.
has. Harvey Barnes.
76 minutes, though. J7 looks like the guy that would have bunions on his feet. Those hurt, man.
Oh, indeed.
Barnes.
Indeed.
The iPad and Barnes will never go. He's just telling Jason Tindall, yeah. Give me the damn ball, man. That's what you need to do.
Who do you reckon's coming off?
Well, I think Murphy's
or Gordon?
I'd go for Murphy. Gordon is still dangerous.
I think Gordon with his bus nose.
Yeah, but Murphy's non-existent, man.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
just Murphy's not non-existent.
It's just showing you. I don't know what he's
That didn't even
complaining
touch
about
him.
there. To be fair, I've got to say, I don't know what he's complaining about there.
Killing time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It is
it'll be Gordon.
Yeah, Gordon's coming
that's
off.
what I like to see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus,
he's just bleeding.
yeah, he's certainly got a couple of shiners there. But I mean, you know, whether it's restricted his breathing, you know, that's the other thing you've got to be careful of. If he's got some inflammation during the nasopharynx, it's bloody horrible, and you can't clear your nose. And like I say, if there is a fracture or a misplacement there, you know what I mean. The last thing you want is to create it worse, especially when we've got a game on Tuesday. Ball goes long. Again, Isak is the one really high, but I mean, you know, you've got 3 or 4 white shirts around you. The chances of you winning the ball from that is non-existent. But this is where you need to work it now. Tonali tries the ball over the top to split the 2 centre halves. Archer manages to watch the ball and bring the ball out. I mean, again, you know, not a lot going on now going forward. It seems to be just allowing Spurs to have all the ball in front of us and not allowing them to get in behind us. But, you know, it's a dangerous...
what is that?
Referee, come on.
A free kick?
Just on the edge of the box there.
Fuck. Hey, man. That's not good.
Maddison's quite dangerous from these. What was wrong with that? He'd already moved the ball forward. He's just run into Botman. What was the difference with Anthony Gordon? What's the bloody difference between... Oh, Botman's got yellow carded for that.
Well, how wet?
No,
that's shocking.
Bullshit,
No, I'm sorry, that's shocking. That is
bullshit,
shocking.
Man.
That was no different to what Anthony Gordon. And like I said, there was no contact with him at all there. And he's already passed the ball forward. That's what annoys me. But this is where he's dangerous, Maddison. So we've got to be... Dubs has got to be on his toes here. Try and whip this ball into the near post. My iced coffee. Everybody anticipating a shot, do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna go for it.
Here we go. Ball into the box, whipped
Well
in.
done, well done,
Headed
well done.
clear from Tino. Well done, buddy. Whipped in with some pace to the near stick. Again, dangerous because if bodies miss it, it wrong foot to the keeper. So he just get rid of it. Did really well. Son now with the corner. Plays the ball short. Whipped into the back post. Ooh.
That was way too close.
Yeah, Maddison again with that
Be
shape in the ball.
careful.
Again, we fell
careful.
asleep at that short ball
Ooh.
corner there.
Oh, you could
That
not.
was
that
close.
was as close as it's gonna get, man.
He whipped that ball in.
mercy.
We fell asleep there on that short corner.
Having said that, Dubs had that covered. It was inside the post.
Nah, man. That was in,
I'm
man.
not sure. I'm gonna say.
You could see when he was diving, you could see where it went past his hand.
Well, I mean, we aren't winning many of these 50-50 balls.
Yeah, that's what we need to do right there. Keep doing
that's
that,
what
man. You're falling asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. It's in. It's in.
Go on, Isak. Go on, Isak. Oh. Just couldn't quite get Harvey Barnes in there from Isak. Well done, Dan Burney. Gets a bit of a smack in there. Ooh. Again, very sloppy in the middle of the park at the minute. Not winning anything. And they've gone long here to try and get Son in behind Tino.
Come on.
Tino does well to hold him up.
Don't let him turn around.
Solanke.
Ah!
Kulishevsky. Oh, where are you going? What's going on here?
Man, come on, man.
You got Johnson that fires the ball right across. Reguilon then on the left-hand side fires the ball back towards Johnson. Obviously just looking for a deflection or anything to go in goal there. So Reguilon saying, you know what, I'll just get the crowd going because I was shit there.
Oh, they're certainly getting that behind. We got to wake up, man. We got to.
Yeah, we have. We're allowing them that.
What the hell did Reguilon do, man?
No idea there. Again, just hammering it across the box to try and get a deflection or something.
Reguilon, twata doodle.
Isak Barnes back up the line to Isak, but we're not winning any of these balls at all.
Fuck, man, we're giving everything away, man.
Yeah, everything back. 55 to 45%. 368 passes to our 301. I mean,
that's the game. That's the game plan.
That's switch completely from the first half.
That's the game. Take Isak off and put another midfielder in. If that's the case, man, to keep the ball. If that's the game plan, I don't get it.
Well, we're getting sucked in a little bit here, and the ball out to Son. He's there every time now. So well done, Tino. Tino needs to be switched on that right-hand side. Because Son is just going to look for the ball over the top at every opportunity. Again, type of players that work their socks off, but will just commit the bodies forward, and that's what we've got to be careful of now. But because we've got no players forward. Every time the ball goes up towards Isak, there's nobody supporting it. Tonali now brings the ball out of the box. He's got again. What's happened here? There's a collision between Dan Burn and Dubs.
Botman looks knackered, man.
There's a lot of facial injuries today. Just looking at those, somebody's put in there, if we draw this, it's down to Eddie's poor game management. Like I say, I think at this present moment in time, it's difficult to make a substitution.
Well, no, I don't think it's a substitution. I don't think you need to. There's no other player in the bench that can change this.
Exactly, yeah.
But Willock is coming on, but the team needs to wake the fuck up, man.
Yeah, and I think that is a tactical situation because obviously we've got a couple of players now on yellow cards.
Burn is coming off.
I think
he doesn't have blood.
No, I think he's just coming onto the sideline, isn't he? Because he's had treatment on the park. I'm going to say I had to sit and look at that. You wouldn't put Willock on for Burn.
No.
So who's coming off?
So 14 is who the fuck's 14?
Oh, Longstaff's coming on. So they are trying to sharpen up there. Isak.
Oh, 14 is Isak. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, Isak's not 100% sure.
A yellow card, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's wasting time.
Yeah, because he's
And that's
now.
what he's doing deliberately.
Well, hold on though. The referee, the fourth referee, puts the twat sign up for 1 second, and he expects the Isak to see that.
Well, it's like this is the tactics now that everybody was saying, because there's no, as we move the ball up, there is nobody bringing the ball up, holding the ball up. So this is a tactic now where he's going to block out with Willock going the furthest forward and try and get runners in.
Look,
He's
listen,
putting 4 in the midfield.
You have to when you trying to keep a score, save a score, defend a score, you're gonna have to do. That's what I said. Take Isak off. That's what we're gonna do. You got to take Isak off and put more midfielders to have more control of the game, and that's what he's doing. So, we'll see. I mean, because you got now all these midfielders, man. Who came off though? Joe Linton. No, Joe Linton's in.
Yeah, he just tried to pass the ball there to Dan Burn because he saw him, but Dan Burn's still off the pitch and hasn't been told he can come back on yet.
No, but listen, none of the Bruno and Tonali didn't come off. Willa came on for Isak, and then Longstaff.
J7's come off.
No,
J7's come off.
J7 is on the right. Look at him. J7 is on the right.
Oh, he is, yeah.
No.
So
who's come off?
Lewis Hall must have come off. I don't know.
No, Isak came off.
Yeah, but that's one player.
Murphy's come off.
Murphy. That was Murphy. Yeah. So now we put all the bodies on the midfield to control this game, which I'll tell you, I'm not against. I'm
not against it either. And he's put Willock kind of up front midfield, if you like.
And so all these midfielders need to grow some bullocks and defend this damn score. Plain and simple.
Well, I'm going to put a little caveat, because obviously now we've got J7 up against Son. J7's on a yellow card, so we have to hold our, be a little bit more aware, and especially J7 if he's going to try and defend the issue, because now he's gone on the right hand side. Which again, this is what we talk about game management, because we've got now Longstaff, who's playing, by the looks of it at the minute, left centre midfield. And you've got J7 who's gone out on the right hand side, and that's obviously Eddie aware of the yellow card. He doesn't want him to get entangled in this midfield fight, because there's good obviously suspensions and everything else. I can almost
guarantee the talk that he was having with Willock, that Willock is going to be, since he's got pace and ability to dribble, he's going to be the one. If there's an attack, he's going to be the one leading that is a false 9, fake forward, whatever you call it. Because if I'm not mistaken, he's playing center, isn't he?
That's right.
Or a little bit ahead. Yeah, there we go. So see, I don't think he's going to be playing as Isak all the way up front, but he's going to.
No. Just a low block, isn't it? And instead of kicking the ball up long to try and win the ball, and it's dropping straight to a white shirt.
Yo, man, this is crazy, man.
Yeah. This is exactly what they're expecting. Every touch now you'll have on these guys, they'll go down. To try and get something from the referee.
I tell you what, there's going to be some added time.
Oh,
well, Brandt has just put that. It's going to be literally around about 10 minutes.
10 minutes, I would think, yeah.
But again, we all. I mean, look at that. Spencer just walked past Longstaff as if he wasn't there. But like I say, we've done well with Barnes. But we've got to be switched on with that, because Willock's got to come to the ball rather than look for the ball over the top. He's got to show his presence at the ball, bring the ball down slowly, and then bring our players into it. But the lads now have just got to be shithousery and just slow the game.
That's the way it needs to be.
Just slow it right down now. J7 on the right hand side, comes on the inside, does well actually. Good ball. Tries to get Willock up front. Bruno sees an opportunity over the left-hand side. Harvey Barnes now.
One shoot.
Harvey Barnes literally trying to find himself an opportunity. Come on, Longstaff. Turn your back around.
Come on.
Hall and Barnes just linking up. Oh, that was nearly...
Wait a minute. I'm getting... is Botman okay?
Yeah, 10 minutes is there.
No. He's... Fuck me. No. Botman is he started hobbling and he signaled the bench.
Excellent.
His left knee was the one fucked up.
Yep.
Excuse my language, man, because he's off of it right now, hopping around. Fuck me.
Oh no. Well, we said it was a gamble. I mean, hopefully it's just a knock. You know, it's a bit of cramp.
That's a cramp, okay.
Yeah, it's a bit of cramp
man.
on that left-hand side, which is again to be expected. This is what I said. You know, he's been fatigued. He's gonna sit in, and we've got to be careful because he's the one who's going to be obviously looked at.
He's going to come on. He's going to come on.
Kelly coming on.
Kelly coming on now. Jesus.
10 minutes, man. We got 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Yeah. And there's going to be a little bit more, isn't there?
Yeah, we'll have plenty of that, man. I need another goal.
I need two. I said 3-1. I said 3-1, man. Give me another go.
Man, I changed mine from 3-1 to 4-0. I mean, I've gone way out the scoreline.
Mm-hmm. I'm flattered.
Oh dear. Come on now. Let's not lose faith in what we've got here.
No. At this point, we need to get this result.
Botman's done well actually to come through 90 minutes. I didn't expect it. I seriously didn't expect it. So Lloyd Kelly coming in.
Still got 10 minutes. He can't complain, Lloyd Kelly. Got a good 10 minutes to.
Well, he's just got to show himself. I mean, like I say, Botman's done as much as he can. Let's see if Kelly can come in and do the same. And there we go. We're back with the game. All changes complete. Ooh, come on. Bruno. Just coming on the back there. And again, it's like I said, there isn't a brown and blue shirt anywhere near them at the minute because they're just keeping the ball on the halfway line and it's just trying to keep that discipline and the shape. Archer to Spencer on the halfway line. It's going to be tense now for the next 8 minutes. Ball gets deflected. Longstaff from Tonali up to Barnes. Harvey Barnes brings in Willock. Willock getting closed down by Boomsong. But that's a foul, referee. He's allowed play on. He's allowed play on.
Just with good play by the referee. That.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You know,
man.
Longstaff across the 18-yard box and gives the ball away.
You got to make a simple pass, man. There's somebody in front of you.
Just play it backwards rather than square because you've got players there in front of you. Oh, Tino just hoofs it from our box. Again, it's back to Pedro. And we've got Kulusevski now just lofting the ball.
Get it! Oh!
Oof. The ball just goes over the bar. Did Dubs get a touch on that? I don't think he did. Kulusevski just floats the ball in again. Kelly, what are you doing, Kelly? You're ducking.
And Solanke getting in front of Kelly exactly the way he got in front of Botman when he scored.
Well, that's the only. I mean, that's Solanke's game, mate.
That is. That's why I like him.
Yeah, but he's got 2 goals, so I'd rather have Isak that has 50.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it was covered anyway. So, but that easy pass, it was just the wrong pass from Longstaff, wasn't it? Across the box.
It was awful.
Come on, boys, don't let it bounce. Bruno, look at that one. Fucking hell, Bruno again.
Oh, they give it to him.
Give it to him. Saying, Go on, Barnes. Go on, Barnes. Swing a left foot at it. No.
He should have just.
That was a lovely attempt. Lovely attempt.
Yeah, he tried to flick it with his right foot.
I wish it would have stopped and cut inside, man. Right there.
It was that.
Well, the other one was going to be in front of him. So.
No, that was beautiful. The little.
Just swing a left foot at that. I think.
Look at that. That was.
You just tried to. I think he tried to con the keeper, didn't he, to go down just dink it over him. He did what Isak tried to do last week with Onana, which didn't come off, by the way.
That was nowhere near as easy as Isak.
Lewis all now with a outswinger. Still committing a few bodies forward. Ball into the box.
Let's go. Come on.
Have a shot. Have a shot.
Fuck.
Deflected. Bruno is having a bit of a challenge here, but that's a corner.
A
I was going
corner.
to say, it's got to be a corner.
All day.
Why did Son leave that then? 96 minutes.
I got that
Again,
away.
Newcastle just slowing it right down. And the two salsa boys over in that corner. Obviously, this is going to be...
Samba, man.
The Samba boys!
There's for too long to go for this.
They're going to play it there, aren't they?
Nah, they're going to play there, mate. They're just going to try and get some muscle on this. There you go.
There we go. Get the
Look,
muscle
Jay,
in. Get this
there you
in.
go.
10.
Come on.
Oh,
Come on.
10. Oh, let's go.
Well done, J7.
Oh, maybe. No.
Well done. That's just wasted another 30-odd seconds. Spencer. Back to Archer. Again, slow build-up from Spurs.
By
just
the way,
trying to...
This Archer, it's had me confused, and I've just realised what it's Archie Gray.
Archie Gray.
Yeah. Mr. Gray. I don't like Gray. It's just like dull. Archibald. Archie Gray.
Come on.
Oh, well done. Just block them little passing zones. Again, Porro trying to hammer the ball into
what
the
a
box.
save.
Oof. Well done again. Solanke with the head. And that's what, Spurs have been doing it all day. And we've got to wake up to that. They just hit the box really early.
Oh, he's by himself, man. Kelly by himself. Fuck, man.
Kelly just stood still again.
No, man. You got to follow. You got one player to shadow. Nobody else.
Pedro Porro, mate, just doesn't think of anything else apart from hitting the box.
Getting that cross in, yeah.
Boom song. Archie. Ball goes down the line and Byrne just cushions the ball back towards Harvey Barnes and Longstaff. But again, Lungy just watches it. Come past him. Oh, good ditch tackle there. Ball comes from J7 to Bruno. Bruno runs into the centre circle.
There we go. Tonali
gets a challenge from the side, but he falls to
Tonali, lad.
Tonali runs onto it, just slows the game down a little bit.
Well,
that's a foul,
referee.
That's coming in from the back, that he's from Regulon. Got to be a yellow card. Yeah, it's got to be.
The referee, man, he wanted everything. It's like he was forced to give him a yellow card.
It was a yellow card all day. Ooh. Nervy twitch. Newcastle's done enough in the first half, but not really done anything in the second, have they?
Well, I don't think Tottenham did enough to warrant a goal anyway. They had a lot of the ball.
I agree. They have had a lot of the ball, but nothing in dangerous areas. I mean, they've tried to get in behind. And like I say, Solanke's been more dangerous because we've allowed them to cross the ball in from the width. But, I mean, apart from Solanke, they've offered very little else. Newcastle drift the ball up towards J7. J7's headed clear to Tonali. Tonali then just literally heads the ball into that far right-hand side. Bit of a deflection from Bruno, and it's out for a corner. Corner throw-in, Newcastle. Tino now just slowing the
Those Newcastle fans, man, I believe.
Yeah. They must be loving it.
A throw-in. That's a foul.
Foul. He's giving it to J7.
Are you kidding me?
Or against. Yeah, he's saying J7 backed in. Don't do that, J7. You're on a yellow card.
How does that even work, man? You back into somebody. That's how you want to follow.
Yeah, because that's what I said. They fall over, and the linesman gave that rather than the referee.
Stupid, man.
Ball down to Johnson. Johnson to Kulusevski. Ball again floated in towards Solanke, but again, miscontrol from Solanke.
And
trying to put in
the spot.
Yeah. Well, that's it. We've gone to 10 minutes. There's Eddie Boy saying, "Get up."
2 or 3 to go yet.
Yeah, I think there's at least a minute. At
Look
least a
Jason
minute.
Taylor.
Yeah. He's asking for the whistle now.
Let's go, baby. Come on.
We go long. Dan Burn again hoofs it up in the air. Oh, crikey, that referee, everything's going on here. Oof. Boomsong clears up because between Archer,
What the hell?
crikey, what was that? That was crazy from Tottenham, though. That's how much they've risked. The ball goes
Get
again,
in there.
long. Clearance from J7.
There we go.
Bruno
Come on,
gets
Sandro.
body and ball. Sandro.
Well done.
J7
There we
up to
go.
Bruno.
Well done.
Tonali now just looking for a way out, but again, deflected out for a throw into
Quite happy
Newcastle.
to get that through.
Come on, man. Let's go.
Played a minute over now. So it can't be long left now, referee. Come on. Everybody's just walking now towards the ball. Slowing it right down. Teeing up with the throw in.
Tonali telling him hoof it in there somewhere.
Yeah. Get it up the line. Up towards J7. Flicked on. And there's a bit of a tussle now with Willock.
There we go, Willie. Well done.
And oh, crikey.
The
Archer
battle.
come out with the ball. I don't know how.
Be careful. Don't foul, man.
Boomsong in the box, you're going to say. Don't foul him there. He don't need it. Just close the ball.
Fuck me, man. Yo, referee, what's happening, man? 2 minutes after.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be all of that.
Tonali. She gets
Push.
challenged.
They're gonna go for a
Tino
foul. They
tries to
fucking-
clear it, but that's...
Offside.
Oh, he's offside. Thank God for that.
I
I
thought
had
he
an
was gonna-
opportunity there.
gotta
He's
be
gotta
it
go.
now.
That's got to be it. I cannot believe there's been this amount of extra time after the 10.
Extra.
That is ridiculous. Come on, Kelly, just get rid of it.
You got to get rid of it. Somebody got to get rid of it.
I mean, how far up are you going?
Just get it up the pitch, man. Get this third goal.
How far up are you going?
Jordy.
Jordy's.
Woo!
Excellent. Come on.
We're about to get another 3 points, man. Blow that damn whistle, ladies and
Blow
gentlemen.
that
Get
damn-
it.
there you go. Yes.
Wow.
Not a great second half, but we've got the result.
Well, beware those football gods, as I said.
Shithousery is back.
Yeah, he's back.
And it's part of the game, man. It's part of the game. You did it right.
Woohoo.
Good thing. Gordon's nose doesn't look swollen, so it's probably not broken. It's not broken, but likely just. But
Well,
man, Tottenham.
only Benjamin got that score right today.
I was gonna say that too, man. I forgot to change it too. But
I could not see that. I could not see them scoring, to be fair. But there you go.
Yeah. Man, oh man, my oh my. Craven says that was a
closer
tough
than I thought.
What second half? Well, it was. I don't think Tottenham did anything to deserve a goal, but we made the change. I think Eddie Howe got it right when he made the changes to take Isak off, because that's what I said. I said, look, man, we're playing like this. We're trying to keep defend the score. But if you have Isak up front, you're losing on the midfield, somebody that could potentially defend. And so right after he made that change, it is what it is, and it worked. I mean, it worked. I still think that Solanke was a little bit, left unguarded more than I would like to, but it is what it is. Anyways, lads, we're gonna go into the match reaction right now. So please join us there immediately. Right now, we're going to the match reaction. So just hit the homepage if you need to see us live there on the instant match reaction. But if not, you should be redirected to that stream right now. So if you want to come on, have your say, you can certainly do that. The link will be available to everybody to do that. So we'll see you there. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you to everybody that's donated. We will see you right now on the instant reaction.
We're the lads.